I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy middle of the week, everybody. Happy Wednesday.
Day number 3 of the Eastern New Mexico State Fair.
Senior Day.
Yes.
Out at the fair today.
Hey, free admission for your seniors?
Yeah, 3 o'clock, I believe, is when they want to open the gates for seniors.
Dinner time.
Yeah, before everybody. I think they let the rest of the public in at 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And but
That's
yeah,
bedtime.
seniors come in. Beat him up.
No, am I wrong? Okay, my grandfather, who was military for the majority of my life,
Yeah.
and he was like, he was always a grandfather, but he was a younger grandfather, woke up at 4 o'clock every morning, like regimented 4 o'clock every morning.
Right.
But to do that, he was in bed by like 6:30 every night.
Oh, man, he got some sleep.
He did. The man liked to sleep.
I guess
But he
so.
also had a regimented schedule.
Right.
So,
But I think he's...
to them, dinner was like 5:30, 6 o'clock. It made things very challenging for us coming in from Medill to the city. It was like 2.5 hours. Like, well, maybe we'll make it in time for your dinner. A late lunch for us.
Well, But anyway, it is senior day at the fair. Not everybody eats like that.
I know. Fair enough.
And I would... But now I'm like, wait, I'm almost 50. I'm just about being a senior. AARP's already like, hey, how you doing? So
I'm saying
I'm defending.
he was in bed by 6. Nobody said he was asleep by 6. You party animal, you.
That's when Jeopardy comes on. But,
That's right. Gotta watch that wheel.
I remember I don't know if this is a low point or a high point in my life. I'm not sure. But I remember years ago, Kim's grandmother, we called her Dada.
Right.
She, I don't know, but she had a stint where she was like all in on Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
And like she signed up for the prize club and
Oh, wow.
and all of that. And then she got Kim to sign up for the prize club. So for like a whole year there, we had to watch Wheel of Fortune every night to see if they called our name or number or whatever in the prize club.
To see if you had to call or whatever.
Nobody, it never happened.
Because there's thousands.
Right. But I remember.
Thanks
to Kim's grandmother, I had to watch Wheel of Fortune for like
But
a
here's
year
the mindset. Here, your mind goes to, okay, well, nobody's going to take the time to join the Wheel Watchers Club.
Yeah.
A lot of people will.
Yeah, I was like, dude. And to this day, I still like, even if I'm like trying to catch what's ever on after Wheel, and I show up like a minute early and there's still Wheel, I'm like, I don't watch this.
Dude, you got burnt out on it. It's
did.
actually kind of amazing to me how that show still pulls the numbers it does.
Yeah. I don't know if you're old enough to remember this. I think so. But way back in the day on Wheel of Fortune, when it was a daytime game show, at the end of each puzzle, instead of you winning, that cash that you got to
spend it.
Yeah, you would spend it like they would have like a showcase.
Yeah.
And there would be a bunch of stuff. It could be like a vacation scene or like a garage or something.
Yeah.
And then you
I think I'm going to get that fridge and maybe the porcelain Doberman. I don't know.
Like, you won $6,000. How would you like to spend it? And you're like, and so they would literally sit
and just like the scrolling screen of all the different prizes.
I'll take the Vegematic, and that's.
I really want that couch.
Ooh, the Hoover upright. Yeah, that was it was, and I'm not gonna lie. I remember for like the first couple months, I was like, I missed the prize thing. I like watching them pick their prizes and everything. No, I was a kid, not realizing that that's a big wasted time.
It's like, just give me the cash.
Yeah, it's like Wheel of Fortune. Or not Wheel of Fortune. Price is Right. How often do those people actually get the car and get the? Because they end up having to pay taxes and all this. People are like, I'll just take the cash payout or whatever. Right.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's nice the idea of driving off the CBS studio lot. Just be like, in your.
I told you I know someone that was on The Price of Right.
Yeah, I believe we've talked about that before. Yeah.
Yeah, my when I was in the military, I have an acquaintance of mine, a guy I served with. He was same shop and everything. I used to make fun of him as the Vanilla Ice because he was he's from Pittsburgh. And he's all things Pittsburgh, and you know how people from Pittsburgh are. Jeez, shut up about Pittsburgh. So wonderful. Why aren't you still there?
Why'd you leave?
But anyway, you're talking about French fries on sandwiches and all that mess. But anyway,
big weirdo, go get your son in the mouth.
But anyway, he got somehow an opportunity after because he stayed in and did his career. He I think he's just retiring. But anyway, he was after I got out. He was at time a tech sergeant, and he got an opportunity to go be in the audience of The Price is Right. They had like a military appreciation show or something, and so he went. I guess he was stationed in the right place at the right time, or I don't know. But next thing you know, I'm watching The Price is Right, and it's Military Appreciation Day, and sure enough, I hear, Justin Podominic, come on down. And he shows up in his youth. I was like, oh, I know that guy. And yeah, he lost the first time he came up, but the second time he bid on I think it was a grill, and won, and got up on stage. And I can't remember the game he was playing, but he ended up winning a Harley.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was like in one of those prizes, like, do you think the price is higher or lower kind of games. I don't remember exactly which one it was.
Right.
And he won the Harley.
Wow.
And then he lost when he had to spin the Showcase Showdown when they had to spin.
Yeah.
He didn't make it. He got beat on his score. He didn't get closest to $1.
Did he make it all the way around?
He did.
Okay.
He did.
At least there's that, because they'll boo. It's so funny, like in this day and age of like everybody getting canceled for the little thing, people on Price is Right will still get booed if they're not strong enough to make the wheel go all the way around. People will be like, boo! Boo this man!
Yep.
Like, dare you?
It's tradition.
This weak-willed son of a gun.
But so he ended up winning.
Did he get the Harley or did he take the cash payout?
I want to say he got the Harley, but I do remember him saying he had to pay a bunch of money in taxes and all this for that grill and Harley. It was.
Oh, sure.
But I think he ended up selling the Harley. Like he got it and kept it, and then just sold it like later. I don't know, but
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that was one person I know that ended up on The Price is Right. By the way, if you ever get bored, there's a thing on Netflix.
The Perfect Bid?
The Perfect Bid.
It's a great documentary. I was going to bring it up. I wasn't sure we had a lot of time, but what fascinates me is because he wasn't cheating. The guy who did this, this guy and the guy from Press Your Luck, all they did was study the game. There's nothing illegal about what he did, studying the game. He just learned every single retail price on that show over the course of...
Well, I think he probably would have made it better if he wasn't helping a bunch of people.
Yeah, like fair enough. Fine, yeah. Semantics, okay?
He was in the audience like, lower, higher. People were just listening to him because he was nailing it every time. Let me give you the rundown for today's show. We're going to start this hour here in just a few minutes. Andrew Moore with the Roswell Chamber of Commerce will join us here to give us an update, I believe. Maria and Mark are joining her as well, new chamber members, and so she's going to spotlight their business for us this morning.
Nice.
Give us an update on what's going on at the Chamber. In the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to replay an interview. Friday, Sean had Kathy Lay in from the city of Roswell talking about volunteer programs, Keep Roswell Beautiful, various couple.
There's a cool program coming up this Saturday, actually. The Art and Science Fair.
Good deal. So we're going to play that interview for you here in a bit. And then in the 9 o'clock hour later that day, Amy McVeigh has joined Sean. So we're going to play that interview to talk about Historical Society and the spooky event and all that kind of stuff. So
why don't you just use me up then? Why don't you?
I am.
Bill Withers me.
And then, of course, we'll have all of your features that we normally carry with us. The news of the local, national variety, Town Hall, Wall Street business updates, King Commando and handy updates, and whatever else pops up on the radar.
By the way, come join me tonight at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair. I'll be broadcasting live 5 to 8 p.m. inside the Big Blue Brand Wagon. Just listen for Hot New Country 92.9 The Brand. We'll have giveaways and a bunch of fun stuff for you.
And I just want to touch on it now and discuss more later. But if you'd like to see our boss in action.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be with the Pecos Valley...
Mr. Conductor Man.
Yeah, with the Pecos Valley Railroaders. There in the education building. I believe it's his second night.
Yeah.
As conductor there. And it's I ain't going to lie. It makes me happy. He loves doing it, and it's fun. And I ain't going to lie. It gives you an excuse to do kid things.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And
dude, I literally have a miniature wrestling ring in my office for that reason.
Yeah.
It's like, for just a second, I want to be 7. You know, just for a second, just want to pose with an action figure. I get it. He wants to play with a model train.
Well, and there's a whole story behind that.
Well, there's a whole subsection of society that has reached a certain age where they're like, you know what? I don't want to hang out with my wife anymore. I'm going to go do model trains.
Well, you do you.
Done this for long enough. I think I'm just going to go down to the basement and work on some trains.
But definitely go pop.
I dig it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah. I want to talk more, but I don't have time right now.
I know.
And I got more I want to talk about on that. So maybe I'll bring it up next hour or something. It is 7:17. Let's get you up to date on the weather. Unfortunately, the weather is not on our side.
It held out for us last night.
Yesterday, it did. It was quite nice. I don't know if we're going to be so lucky today.
Yeah, no, not with that attitude.
Maybe I'm wrong. The weather has not shown up before, so maybe I'm lucky. But they're saying there's a good chance.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Stationary front just off to our north. We have low pressure off to the south and moist air coming in today. And that means some showers and thunderstorms around, especially this afternoon. 70 for the afternoon high. Showers and thunderstorms will continue for the overnight hours and will drop into the mid-50s. And then cloudy with a few lingering showers possible on Thursday. Low 70s, some more showers Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 62 degrees. It's a little warmer than yesterday here in Roswell. That clouds kind of keeping the heat in. Humidity is at 70%. Winds currently out of the north at 6 miles per hour. Let's see. Today, I wish I had better news for fair stuff. It's not on our side today, I don't think. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll take a vacation here. But we've got a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms today. And that's pretty much all day. Mostly cloudy. High of only 71. That's nice. At least the temperature will be cool. Winds will be out of the northwest at around 5 miles per hour. And then they're saying we could get anywhere. They say about 1/10 of an inch is what they're saying possible today. Tonight, we're looking at a 60% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 57. Winds will be out of the north at around 5 miles per hour. Could see another 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain tonight. For you Thursday, the good news is it's a lesser rain chance. So we'll go that. It's dropped. 30% chance of rain for Thursday. Mainly for the afternoon, mostly cloudy, 71 for a high, north winds at around 5 miles per hour. Chance of rain bumps up to 40% tomorrow night, mostly cloudy, overnight low of 57. Friday, 30% chance of showers, partly cloudy, and 75, north winds 5 to 10. 30% chance of rain for Friday night as well. And then looking at the weekend, 30% chance of showers Saturday, mostly cloudy and 74. 50% chance of rain on Sunday, partly cloudy, 74. So maybe like yesterday, we lucked out and it really didn't materialize. Maybe we'll get now, but here's the mixed bag. We want rain. We can never, so maybe it'll reserve till like after 10 at night or something. But anyway, all right, it is 7:20. We're going to take a 2.5-minute commercial break. Andrew Moore with the Roswell Chamber will join us here, and she's brought guests with her new chamber members. We'll talk all about that next. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
If you need a Kubota that works and plays hard, stop looking. You'll find everything you need at Amigo Machinery. When it comes to tough Kubota tractors, mowers, construction equipment, and utility vehicles, all with low-rate financing, Amigo Machinery is your one-stop shop. We are passionately committed to providing our customers with the highest quality products, most innovative solutions, and services delivered with integrity and professionalism. Stop by Amigo Machinery in Roswell or see us online at amigo-machinery.com.
Buying a sewing machine from a big box store or online might seem like a bargain, but in this case, you really do get what you pay for. Just the machine. No lessons, no help with figuring out why it isn't working the way you expect, and no one close to fix it. Buying locally from an authorized retailer may cost a little more, but in the end, it will save you time, money, and aggravation. Come see me, Chris Ann, at So Easy Sewing, 200 East College Boulevard in Roswell, and let me show you why it pays to shop local. So Easy Sewing. You've never had it so easy.
I'm Michelle Garcia Holmes, and I'm running for United States Congress. As a former policewoman, I put on my Kevlar vest, uniform, gun belt, grabbed my 12-gauge shotgun, jumped into my police car, and hit the city streets to keep you safe. I want to do the same for you in Washington. I'm asking for your vote on November 8th because our families deserve safe cities, a secure border, and lower gas prices.
Donate today at GarciaHolmesForCongress.com. Paid for by Michelle Garcia Holmes for Congress.
Join Hot New Country 92.9 The Brand for a live broadcast this Saturday from 10 to 1 at Heirloom Acres, east of Artesia. Fall time is officially here, and that means Heirloom Acres is ready for the fun. Come explore and get lost in the massive 10-acre corn maze. Take a trip into the patch to pick your own pumpkins. Take a ride on the zip line and more. We'll be on hand from 10 to 1, getting you geared up for the season and telling you all that's waiting for you down on the farm. See us Saturday, 10 to 1 at Heirloom Acres, 1706 East Main in Artesia.
This is Dallas Cowboys football 2022.
High formation. Ferguson, the fullback.
Only heard here.
In front of Elliott. 3rd and goal from the 1.
All season.
Handoff. Elliott coming right, pushing. Goal line. Bangs in. Touchdown, Elliott.
Sunday afternoon, it's your Cowboys and the L.A. Rams. Live from SoFi Stadium on this Dallas Cowboys radio network station.
Sunday at 1:30 p.m. on your Dallas Cowboy station, 92.9 The Brand. Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. U-Haul is the world's largest advertiser in the Yellow Pages. Too bad millennials don't know what the Yellow Pages are. Here's Mike Winters.
True statement. I had a debate a couple of years ago with a youngin', and I said, look up the Yellow Pages, and he literally looked at me like I was talking Chinese. I was like, wow. But anyway. Good morning. It is 23 minutes after 7 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning, Andrew Moore with the Roswell Chamber of Commerce is back with us. And then with her guests, Mark and Maria Bleth. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? It's been a while since I've seen you guys. How's life treating you? Sounds like y'all been busy.
We've been busy. We've taken on a project.
I'm about to say they just said, yeah, we're just going to start a whole business up thing and do all that. So
and keep the other ones going at the same time.
That's right. Exactly. Oh, by the way, juggle the other 12 balls we got going up in the air right now too. But
that's life.
It is. First off, Andrew, how are you doing? How's life at the Chamber this morning?
We're doing great. We've got a business after hours next Thursday, not this week, next week.
Okay.
With
this week's probably a bad week with fair and everything else going on. Yeah,
we kept the calendar open on purpose because it is Fair Week.
People are committed to many things right now,
and I'm glad that you stated it earlier this morning that today is Senior Day.
Today is the day,
so seniors get in free. And this year, there's going to be a trolley to shuttle the people from the parking lot over to the Arts and Crafts building because they did realize, it's kind of a walk.
It is a hike.
Even in the handicap area, it is kind of a walk. So to help everybody maneuver a little bit better, be looking out for that trolley.
Yeah, take advantage of it and utilize it. I wish they have it all the time, to be honest.
Right?
With you. It's like, what if you're just lazy? Can I have that?
Exactly. And they've also paved some of the walkways, so it's not as dirty and dusty as it has been in years past.
Gotcha.
So let's see what happens if and when it rains out at the fair this week.
Yeah, give the fair board a few years before they build a monorail or something like that around.
No, that'd be nice.
Absolutely. But yes, Senior Day is today at the fair.
Yes.
I believe 3:00 is when they're open the gates, letting seniors
they get to go in early.
Seniors only.
Correct.
Letting them in at 3:00, and then they'll let everybody else in, I believe, at 4 when the rest of the fair starts doing its thing. But so seniors, what the move is come in at 3, get in for free, do the senior activities and things they've got planned for that event. And then when the rest of the thing opens up, if free, you're already in for free. So now you can go and do everything else you want for free after 4 when the commercial building opens up and rides and all the rest of the fair kind of opens up there. But you get in free and you get in first dibs, and then take advantage of that trolley and make fun of people that can't use it, because
there you go.
You earned it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then, of course, like I said, we have our business after hours with Rubio. She's going to kill me. Rosie Rubio. Sorry, I'm a little slow this morning. And so she's opened up a new business after she has finished her stint over at Tabosa.
Okay.
So this is her grand opening and celebration for Rosie's new business on Thursday next week from 5 to 6:30. So, and it'll be at the chamber.
Okay.
So it makes it very easy. Everybody come to the chamber, 131 West 2nd.
Okay.
We'll have all kinds of goodies.
So is her new business kind of home-based right now? Or
Right now it is.
internet-based?
Because she doesn't have a location. So
Gotcha.
come and celebrate Rosie.
Get the business. Well, this is the new world. You can get the business first before you even think about a brick and mortar, and depending on what your business is. And
we kind of needed it for ours.
Yeah, what you guys are doing is a little bit different.
And then, of course, now that leads us into Mark and Maria. They are brand new members over at the Roswell Chamber of Commerce. They signed up last night.
Yeah.
And I was explaining to them all of the different benefits we had and said I was going to be on the radio today. And he goes, do you mind if I come on? And I was like, I love Friends. Come on, let's go. And we'll highlight
Never
your
miss an
business.
opportunity.
There you go. Absolutely. That's how.
That's capitalism.
That's
absolutely.
If you're a business owner and then you're not doing that, then you're probably doing a disservice to your business. So I mean, that's kind of they always like I got to tell you two guys, but people start a business with some of them have that mindset like, now I'm my own boss, I set my own terms, and I'm like, right.
Yeah. Everyone's our boss that comes through the front door.
If you want a successful business, don't have that mindset. But if you just want a business, sure, go buy that if you want. But
why not? Yeah.
So I guess. Tell us about your latest venture.
Sure.
What's
well, it's not a secret. People know that we've been working on this. We bought the former Clary Sage. So
bed and breakfast.
Bed and breakfast. It was beautiful home.
Historic.
It's 1914
in the historic district. It's just it's a beautiful facility.
Yeah.
Super close and convenient to lots of things. So it's walkable to the downtown area. Great restaurants, museums that are all walking distance or bike ride away if somebody wants to do that. So it's been a project for the last few months. Getting it staged, and it's a little different than the previous iteration of it.
Okay.
We obviously with Maria's Mexican culture and her heritage, she's from Mexico City. So we've incorporated a lot of that because it's a hacienda. I mean, it's a big Spanish mission hacienda with great grounds to it. So we've kind of taken that and, decorated accordingly and brought in things from Mexico. And Maria probably has one of the largest collections of Mexican dresses here in the state.
So it's kind of like a getaway in a little overnight stay in a Mexican villa kind of feel to it.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
a cultural experience in addition to the rest of it.
Oh, very cool.
And we had a business lunch there that Andrew was part of for a bunch of developers. So we had, room for 20 people to be all seated and plated lunch and business lunch, and then everyone came into the grand salon for a presentation.
Nice.
So we can do lots of different things. We have bookings for birthday parties, for weddings, bridal showers, and just a variety of different things.
So I'm kind of curious because I mean, you guys are busy people. Real estate, you got multiple business things, and when I have an image in my head of a couple running a bed and breakfast, that's a lot of the couple running the bed and breakfast. Making sure the meals are cooked. Are you guys doing that, or do you guys have help with that part? Because I'm like, how are they doing these? And then, I got to be up to make breakfast. How's all this working here?
Right now it's us. I mean, it's more of a, putting our stamp on everything that we do. We want to make sure that we're into that. Over time, those processes typically get handed off when you figure out the best way of doing things, and you have the cash flow going, and you can afford staff and all those type of things, just like any other business. You're kind of it for everything. When I owned the bus company, I washed the buses, I drove the buses, I did tour guide work, I did everything. But over time, those positions, those positions got hired out, and
so the plan is, we're doing it all now, but hopefully with the success of the business, we'll get some more people to come in and fill the voids, and so we can focus on other aspects of the business.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because there's more room for growth within the business. We have areas identified that will have pavilions built, and then off-site parking. We have those large kind of areas where all the elm trees are at the site. So those are all kind of on their last leg. They've been around for a long time and aren't great trees, so those will probably go away up on the front area, and that'll get turned into cobblestone parking, so it's parking off Lee Street as opposed on Lee Street or on 4th.
Gotcha. Okay.
So lots of little improvements, and the property was left to us in great condition. Of course, there's just a lot of things to catch up on. That beautiful...
Well, it's a beautiful property, but it's still an old property, and any old property, I don't care how well maintained it is, always requires a ton of maintenance. It's just the nature of the beast.
Just keeping the grounds up and looking nice and getting them back up to where they were.
I serve on the Historical Society board there, so we're very familiar with old houses and how to keep them maintained.
Constantly.
Yes. It's an endless game.
But the nice thing about this home, even though it looks like it still has the exact same charm and character it did as 1914.
Sure.
All the plumbing, all the electrical, all the bathrooms, everything's been maintained and upgraded.
Sure, to modern requirements and things like that. Back now that we have people that actually inspect these things and make sure, because back then that wasn't as big an issue.
No.
They were building back then.
And it's always been in private hands over the years, from the original owners to the subsequent owners after them.
Sure.
They were home builders. The second owners were home builders here in town. So that's where the kitchen bump out happened most likely during that period. So it was all professionally done, and it ties into the house. If you didn't know that kitchen was bumped out, you were in the kitchen, and you probably didn't realize that was an add-on to the building.
No.
80 years ago.
It's beautiful. And the event that they had, the luncheon, was wonderful. You said about 20 of us were there. You wouldn't have known it was 20 people.
It didn't feel like you were 20 people cramped.
No, you were not cramped. You didn't feel like you had to keep to yourself. There was plenty of space to sit down and enjoy your lunch. And then when we went into the salon, there was still plenty of room in there. It did not feel like there was 20 people. It felt like there was 5.
That hacienda feel, that kind of palatial feel a little bit to it. Yeah.
And it was a good social environment because the person that selected it wanted to make sure that everyone had a chance to engage one another and have conversations and then have the presentation. Whereas in a hotel banquet room, you got noise outside of it, doors swinging, clanking, just people coming in, coming out. So it's tough to kind of establish that rapport and relationship.
It's like getting like having the ability to do something big and formal, but make it feel intimate and family-like. If that makes sense. It tries to capture best of both worlds.
Like a hug.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
We have a first birthday party there. December 3rd. So we have a 1-year-old having a birthday there. So it's having a party in the afternoon on the grounds and jumpers and whatnot. And then they're having a family dinner in the formal dining room that evening.
That's tough to pull off because you're like,
Wow.
because usually if you get into a place that's like fancy nice, you're like, ooh, I don't want to touch nothing. I don't want to, you know, but this place, you're like, no, it's got kind of that feel of, ooh, this is nice. But at the same time, you're like, yeah, let the 1-year-old roll around on the floor over here. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's kind of a cool, you know, thing to achieve there. So that's pretty.
Yeah, it's like home. I mean, we have lots of people that that's kind of what they say. You know, it's somewhat impressive, you know, coming through and seeing it and seeing all the tiger wood, you know, all the oak that's within the house. It's just, you know, the way it's cut and milled is a very specific way and very expensive.
And that's just it. When you guys probably have to do any renovating, remodeling, it's not like you just say, I want to decide. It's a historic landmark. Therefore, it has to, the construction, the materials, all of that has to go through a gauntlet of approvals and things before any paint is slapped up on this thing or any of that kind of stuff. So it is another layer of complication that you guys have to deal with to make sure this facility is beautiful, but it's another layer of, it's not like a normal house.
Well, and that's the draw.
Yeah.
You know, people, you know, can stay at a hotel or they can stay at a Airbnb, but, you know, this is, you know, part of the experience is to be kind of engulfed in the culture.
Yeah. See things that are
nice memories over there.
Be part of things that are here long before you were, kind of thing. For most of us, anyway.
I think all of us. It's at 108 years old.
So I got to ask, what drew you guys to wanting to do this? I know, you know, obviously real estate, with the main things you do, was it something like, look, this were you like selling and saw this property and love it? I mean, what was it that you said, this is what we want to do?
Well, we live on Lee already.
Okay.
So we've driven by that house for years and have, you know, coveted it for quite a long time.
Sure.
And when it came on the market, we had only had our current residence for about a year and a half, and, you know, at the 2-year point, it becomes a tax-free transaction. So we weren't going to sell our residence until after that. And it's like, oh, this isn't going to work. It's 6 months difference, but it stayed on the market for a while. And then, you know, we started the negotiations, and it was kind of a very unusual negotiation. The previous owner, Jan Lee and Rick, Rick had passed away during the middle of our negotiations. I had just talked to him the night before his car accident that he was in. So it was really an emotional time for us, and Jan Lee is just an amazing person, and we're happy to be able to take over the legacy of the Clary Sage. She put a lot of love into that.
Yeah, that family did an amazing job with that facility, and I hopefully some people got a chance to stay there during its time.
She had you look at the old reviews on Yelp or wherever.
I just hope a lot of listeners had a chance to experience it. It was a very nice thing, and though that's gone, we've got just an equally, maybe nicer experience. You know, that's the goal.
It's a different experience, you know, and because a lot of the experience is about the host and the hostess when you're at a bed and breakfast, you know. So, you know, Maria is one of a kind, and if you spend any time with Maria, I always tell people to know Maria is to love Maria.
True story.
True story.
So, I mean, as far as the actual guest experience side, how much planning and stuff does go into that? Because, I mean, you have a facility and things, but once you're there, that's, you know, the food, all. I mean, how much of that side, how much time are you in? Because to me, I don't, you know, that's the part of my, that's great, I got a building here, but now I got to take care of people, make really good food and all. How do I do all that stuff?
Well,
we have help with
we have maintenance help too that offloads a lot of that work.
But I didn't know if it was like, these are my recipes and this is my, you know, I mean, is it going that far with some of the stuff? Or?
We try with.
It's a creation in progress.
Gotcha.
So it's, you know, something that we
kind of
experiment and do together, and really it's. You know, we don't want to kind of predefine a lot of things. We kind of want to leave it open-ended and let the guests kind of determine their experience, because they may just want to hang out in a quiet spot out on the patio.
Sure.
Or, you know, so we don't have a big cattle call to breakfast.
Sure. Okay.
You know, so it's more individualized and kind of understand what their needs, where they'd like to.
So do you guys have to, and this is my lack of bed and breakfast experience comes in here is, so do you have to offer like a menu for breakfast, or is like no breakfast like at home, is eggs and bacon or whatever the meal is?
Some people offer menus and how they do their, and pretty much you have to everyone has to eat whatever's on the menu that day.
Okay.
For us, I know when I go on, vacation or I go travel, I have something in my head that I want to have that day.
Right.
And so we try to do it more cook to order.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll understand what they're craving, and that's what we'll make plans for the next morning. During that kind of reception, welcome and show them around, and we'll kind of learn their needs.
And learning.
And then within the booking engine, there's also, things that they can put what their dislikes are and all that.
Okay.
So that's...
So you really customize it to the guests that are staying at that particular time, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. I wasn't curious because I just, really my concept of bread and breakfast stuff you see on television, people come, on a weekend and stay the night and have a lovely breakfast. But it's like at someone's home. And so always, if I'm at someone's home, they don't hand me a menu with 30 different options. Like, we're having biscuits and gravy. Sweet, let's have biscuits and gravy. That's kind of how the mindset is there. So I was kind of curious if that's kind of what it is, or is it a little bit different?
And we don't, deal with a lot of volume in that sense. Our max capacity is 4. 4 rooms, 8 guests.
Gotcha.
So it's not a ton that we have to do. I mean, it's busy work for sure. From the prep, and then we both have our skill set where Maria, has a lot of talent in plating food and making it look nice, and the decorating, and I like to do the cooking and the eggs and the French toast, and so we've been
like a team.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, it's definitely
it's better in couple.
Yeah, it's teamwork for sure.
Like I think every married couple, even with at least in my household, certain things my wife cooks better than me, and other things I cook better. So depending on what we're cooking at, and I was like, "You're up, dude," or "You're up."
Well, it is kind of a division of tasks when you kind of know what's ahead of you.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I got this, you get that, and we'll make this happen. And we want to spend time with our guest, because that's part of why we do this is we feed off other people's energy, and we want to make sure that they know what's to do in town, and whether it's helping them with itinerary planning.
Gotcha. So just gee whiz curiosity for guests you've hosted so far. Are they all been local tester types, or are you getting
local?
Okay, I didn't know if you're getting some out of towners that are just learning about you and passing through yet, or anything.
The booking engine just came online in the last couple of days.
Gotcha.
So we haven't done out of towners yet.
Okay.
So everything we've done is all in town folks from word of mouth.
I'd be very curious to talk to you guys in a year or two and see what kind of feedback you're getting from folks outside of the area, not just about your business, but just about this area and what they're experiencing and doing. And, when they come to Roswell, is it just for aliens and then they learn a bunch of other stuff, or we're a stop for another location? I'm curious to see what people's intentions are when they're staying at your place.
And usually at a bed and breakfast, it's a fairly well planned out event for them.
Yeah.
So they're building their itinerary as they're making that, because they're making it a special event if they're going
kind
through.
of a regimented.
Yeah, it's not
itinerary for
even
them,
though we're close off of 380 West 2nd. It's not somebody traveling to Texas and they're going to stop for the night and
it's
continue
not a
on.
Lodge on the interstate.
No, not exactly.
The only one over here, bed and breakfast.
Yeah, it's the only bed and breakfast of its type. There's obviously some Airbnbs that do breakfast, but that's not the same.
It's a different animal. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's.
And you're very welcome for the grand opening.
Good deal.
Oh, that's right. Another thing we're going to talk about is grand opening on the 14th. So that's when we're doing our ribbon cutting. It's Friday.
Excellent. That's next Friday.
Next Friday.
Next Friday.
From Friday here. Okay, very good.
So hopefully we
312 North Lee.
Yeah, come on down and while you're there, get there early.
Everybody,
walk up and down Lee
welcome.
Street. It's a beautiful historic district. With the trees. I love the mature trees.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It almost reminds me of I don't know, like East Coast. Like Georgia, with the big trees and
nice.
That. It kind of gives me a feel of that every time I go in that part of town.
And when we just hang out on our front porch, it's like being in a park. Because we have the law office to the north of us, or to the south of us, and across the street is the school admin building. So there's like no neighbors around, and the house is set back far from the street, and it has that big fence around it, and we have squirrels all over the place with the pecans that we have up in the front.
Yeah.
So it's just like a park sitting out there.
And I know just
and the fountain.
I've sat on the
garden
porch.
is beautiful.
Yeah, I've sat on the porch up the street around 4 or 5 in the afternoon, like when that, especially this time of year where it's getting the sun. That's a great time of day just to be hanging out on porches on that street. It's just the trees and everything. Usually the temp's nice, and like you said, there's a little bit of activity for you to watch, but pretty quiet for the most part.
Oh yeah,
it's just nice. It's just nice. Yeah. It's a nice little area. So. Good deal. So come out on the 14th. Next
14th. And we do have a booking special on our booking engine. So if you go to our website, which is www.haciendaamor.de/Roswell.
Okay.
And day is DE.
All right.
And we thought it was important to have Roswell in our name. So that's why we went through the extra length on our
Spanish
website.
Isn't the best, but day is of in Roswell in English, right? So it's of Roswell is what the day part means.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
And it was more than a casa, so that's why it's not Casa Amor, because it's certainly in line with the hacienda.
So it's like and hacienda in English would it's not mansion. What would that be?
Like an estate.
Estate. It's like the estate of Roswell is kind of the rough translation there.
Yeah.
So, which means nice, love, and you're local. So it's all good stuff. So come experience it for yourself. This is couples
for sure.
Not all getaways have to be away. If you've got kids and you've got a busy life and you're like, I can't afford to go to Santa Fe or Taos or some place like that for the weekend, come on down and just do it right here on Lee Street.
Yeah.
Come on over to Lee Street.
Birthday, anniversaries, everything. And we have 25% off right now.
Good deal.
Yeah, so on the booking engine there, we have, if you book now to the end of October and your stay is before the end of the year, it's 25% off.
Nice.
So that's our grand opening special, and that just shows up automatically in the booking, so you don't have to use a promo code.
Good deal. Excellent. Well,
and there's something to be said about staycations for sure. As a mom of 4, there is definitely something about being able to go somewhere not at the house and still enjoy my husband.
If you can get the kids to a relative or have them spend the night at a friend's or something, and then do something for the couple,
And we have an event that's all a bunch of girlfriends coming to have a party.
Yeah, do you want to do a girls' night or guys' night?
Yeah, we have a pool table. We have a pool table for the guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe you got a club, maybe you got an organization or a nonprofit or something. You want to do a little fun night together, off the beaten path of work. And,
for sure.
Yeah, we had the new governor for the Rotary District here in New Mexico in El Paso. We had his reception.
Oh, great.
On September 1st there. So it works great for a lot of things.
Excellent. So I imagine the possibilities are limited to your imagination.
Oh, yes, of course. And we are going to have one event for Dia de Muertos to celebrate.
Okay.
On November 2nd.
November 2nd.
November 2nd.
And that'll be a ticketed event.
Okay.
And so that'll be in partnership with our friends Saul and Joanna.
Yeah. I haven't heard if they're going to do it, but since we're just real quick, Dia de los Muertos, the Roswell Public Library, usually around that time, does an amazing Dia de los Muertos event where you get to learn the actual.
Maria was the one.
She was the story, right?
Yeah, she did the.
So if you want, I just want to put on your radar. If you're like, what's all the history and pageantry behind it?
Yeah, come
to
the
that
library
event because it explains. I mean, then they make the sugar skulls and all the fun stuff, but you hear the story and you hear the whole tradition of why it is what it is, and so that's and then you go celebrate after.
I was there last year to help with the cultural thing, about all the information.
Yeah. Maria did the presentation on the altar and what it means and what all the symbolism is for it. So she had a room riveted and educated that day. She does great.
Excellent. So again, give out the web address and everything one more time.
Hacienda Amor de Roswell.
Excellent. And then come and check it out.
On the 14th.
And then do your research now. And then next Friday, come on out and see it for yourself. Come sample some things, and then
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, and then start planning your next getaway there.
And we do tours all the time. So feel free to send us an email. The email address is on the website. Phone number's on the website. Feel free to get in contact with us, and we probably do a tour every day.
Excellent.
Every day there's at least somebody. So
we can't wait till next Friday to see it.
Yeah, if you can't wait,
get a tour.
or you need specific questions, you need to spend time with us planning the event. Feel free to come anytime.
Excellent.
And remember, 312 North Lee Avenue.
Yes, right. 312 North Lee. Come on down. Can't miss it. Right there on Lee. It's very weird. It's like you see certain areas, and then you hit that one street. It's like, what? It's a different road. It's like different. Like it looks different than the rest of the streets. It's very weird. I don't know how to explain it, but it's cool.
Yeah, it's super nice. Yeah, we love it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Good deal.
And of course, we'll have a link to everything on the chamber website, roswellnm.org. We'll link all of their stuff, not only the Friday grand opening, but we'll put their Dia de los Muertos event and anything else that they've got going on as well.
Absolutely. And remind folks again of next Thursday's.
Next Thursday is the business after hours for Rosie Rubio from 5 to 6:30
at the chamber.
At the chamber, 131 West 2nd, and then the next day for something else to do is we're going to go over to the Hacienda de Amor de Roswell and go enjoy their grand opening ribbon cutting. We're very excited.
Absolutely, yeah. Come see it for yourself next Friday. But if you can't wait, give them a call, book a tour and everything right now.
Fantastic. Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
for sure.
Good luck on your new venture here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We believe in Roswell. That's why we're investing. And we believe in the historic district and the downtown district. That this is the place to be.
Absolutely.
It is a beautiful treasure we have here in Roswell, New Mexico.
We want to promote also local things to the people to produce over here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it makes
all
sense.
The products.
Soaps and different products that breads have local artisan bakers and
people that probably seek and want to go to bed and breakfast. Also, you know what I mean? Like it's part of those. People want to experience the local flavor. People that stay at bed and breakfast think that they want to experience the local flavor, the culture, what the town does. And so it makes sense that you're like, hey, while you're here, go check out some of our. They make a delicious candy, or they make great soaps, or they do beautiful decor, whatever it is.
And we can set up retail within our space as well. So we have a place identified within our reception area that we could do retail of local products.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not alien stuff. There's enough people that are.
I think that market's covered.
Yeah, they got that. But the makers that we have in town. I mean, there's lots of people that make things.
The artisans.
Maria went to the big quilt show not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, and she found some amazing things that we're using within the hacienda.
Right.
That were locally made.
Nice.
We're going to have many surprises over here because we want to do it events also over there, like a classic music with fancy dinner.
Sunday brunches.
Yeah. Sunday brunches. Also.
There's not any Sunday brunches happening in town. You got to drive to Tinney to get a Sunday brunch, I think, anymore.
Yeah.
So having a nice, and we have 1,000 people downtown going to church on Sunday that dressed up know where to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
And and there's enough churches near you that they could just walk over from the church to have a brunch or whatever afterwards.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. So very cool.
Thank you.
Thank
you so much for inviting us today.
Thank you guys. Appreciate as always. Appreciate your visit and
absolutely.
And don't work too hard out the fair. I'm sure you're still hanging out at the fair most of the week.
I do. So. I hang out at the fair every evening and do my part and check things out. I love Fair Week. I just absolutely love Fair Week because you get to see people that you don't see every single day in your regular lives because everybody goes to the fair, whether you're into 4-H, if you've done your photography, your baking. I mean, there's so many things, and I always forget what my friends do. And then I go through and I check out all of the winners and the ribbons and stuff. And I'm like, oh, my goodness, I didn't know. I forgot you painted, or I forgot that you're into quilting or whatever. And so it's really neat to go out there and see, the little secret hobbies that all of our friends have. And the talent. We have so many talented people in this area. So definitely get out to the fair.
Absolutely. Get out there. And if it does start raining, then go walk into the education building, spend a couple hours in there seeing all the artwork and everything, and then hit the commercial building and all that stuff too. And then get ice cream. Help out the ag kids and get ice cream.
Yes, and the ice cream is delicious.
Yeah, help out 4-H and let them have some ice cream. So. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you.
We'll see you again soon. Okay?
Yes,
anytime.
We'll see you in a few weeks.
That's right.
Next week.
Weekend,
for sure.
Weekend days.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, it is 7:54. Let's take a quick news, quick break before more news. Don't go away.
Now your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. The Carlsbad Lifehouse is planning to host a fundraiser for its mental health and substance abuse services after expanding this year to become a leader in the region for such services. Lifehouse is currently at 1900 West Ridge and provides up to 30 days of intensive residential treatment options. Lifehouse will soon be opening a sober living home in Artesia alongside another service called The Bridge at 808 West Grand Street. An open house is planned for Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. The annual fundraiser event for Lifehouse is planned for the evening of Saturday, November 5th at the Balzano Family Vineyard and Pumpkin Patch. The Carlsbad City Council now approving the acceptance of $3 million from the State Transportation Department to design, survey, and map the land where a proposed bridge would cross Dark Canyon at Radio Boulevard and Boyd Drive. The bridge is expected to cost about $20 million to build. The state has agreed to do the design work for about $150,000. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo reporting.
First it was on, then off. On Monday, it was on again. And by yesterday afternoon, the shareholders approved. And Elon Musk purchased Twitter at $54.20 a share. That's $43 billion. I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by SimpliSafe. Get a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring at simplysafekim.com. Elon Musk's original offer to buy Twitter contained an element of excitement for some, anger for others. Musk is against banning Twitter users because of their political leanings. Rumors are still floating that once Musk's team replaces Twitter's board of directors, Donald Trump may get his Twitter account back. But why consummate a deal he walked away from? Was it the threat of Twitter's board taking him to court? Perhaps. That would have been a lose-lose for both parties, as Twitter's true number of real users would have had to be made public. In the end, Musk got Twitter for $1 billion less than what he first offered. Be sure to get my new daily podcast. It's great for walks and drives. It's about 30 minutes. Called Kim Commando today. Data breaches are at an all-time high as cyber criminals are constantly finding new ways to hack into our email accounts and steal personal information. That's why I use StartMail. StartMail keeps my email safe. Every email can be encrypted or protected with a password, which means hackers and big tech can't read, scan, analyze, or sell my personal information. When you delete an email, it's gone forever. And StartMail is backed by the world's most robust privacy laws. In fact, StartMail uses their own servers, not Amazon's. If you need to provide an email but want to protect your identity, StartMail can generate unlimited disposable email addresses that can be deleted at any time. Plus, switching to StartMail is now easier than ever. Transfer all your emails and contacts with just a few clicks. Start securing your email privacy with StartMail today and get 50% off your first year. Go to startmail.com/Kim. That's startmail.com. That's StartMail with a T. StartMail.com/Kim for 50% off your first year.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Stationary front just off to our north. We have low pressure off to the south and moist air coming in today. And that means some showers and thunderstorms around, especially this afternoon. 70 for the afternoon high. Showers and thunderstorms will continue for the overnight hours and will drop into the mid-50s. And then cloudy with a few lingering showers possible on Thursday. Low 70s. Some more showers Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Hey, New Mexico. Experiencing issues keeping your office technology up to date with these crazy supply chain issues? Well, DSI is here to help. We've diversified our products and solutions to help your business not just survive, but thrive in any situation. Have your teams collaborate and share with high-def video walls and interactive smart panels. With free unlimited support, the fear of any new technology is a thing of the past. Contact DSI today to upgrade your workspace. www.dsinm.com.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Lots of games yesterday. Let's get to the scoreboard. Goddard defeats Carlsbad in volleyball action 3-0. The Rockets are now 9-4 after a tough road trip, losing by 3-1 counts to both Cleveland and Rio Rancho over this past weekend. Goddard will be at Roswell High for a volleyball match Thursday night at 6:30. That's tomorrow, folks. Also, in girls soccer yesterday, it was Roswell losing to Clovis 2-1. The Coyotes next play at next Tuesday at Hobbs. Boys soccer, it was Roswell defeating Clovis by a score of 1-0 in overtime. Only the second victory of the season for the Coyotes. They will be at home against Hobbs next Tuesday. And in boys soccer, Goddard loses a tough one to Lovington 2-1. The Rockets play at Artesia Saturday at 2. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
Roswell Seed Company congratulates the Eastern New Mexico State Fair on 100 years. The fair is almost as old as Roswell Seed, but not quite. And Jim Gill, well, he's much younger. Come out to all the shows. Enjoy all the entertainment, the music, the food, and the rides as the Eastern New Mexico State Fair celebrates 100 years, October 3rd through the 8th. Roswell Seed invites you to tune in to KSVPTV.com for all the junior livestock events. Come celebrate 100 years with the Eastern New Mexico State Fair. Roswell Seed Company, providing the seed you need since 1898. A proud sponsor.
Later today, President Biden heads to Florida to check out the hurricane damage there. High water rescues continue in the flood zone.
Johnny Lauder had to rescue his 86-year-old wheelchair-bound mother stuck in her flooded Naples home.
Terror and relief at the same time.
Lee County Sheriff Carmine Marcino says the destruction immense. First responders going door to door checking for people.
We can rebuild a home. We can get another boat. But when you lose a loved one, there's just no words that can describe how we feel for that family.
Animals also being rescued, including 275 parrots from a Pine Island sanctuary. Owner Will Paratino says if you're an animal lover, you don't think about yourself first.
Just protecting the animals.
And they all rode out the hurricane together.
Well, they're family.
I'm Julie Walker.
Russian President Putin has signed laws formalizing his land grab in Ukraine, even as Russian troops struggle to hold on to the 4 regions that Putin stole from the Ukrainians, many of whom voted at gunpoint to join the Russian Federation. Stocks deep in the red this morning on Wall Street so far. Right now, the Dow is down about 307 points. The S&P is off 48. More on these stories, townhall.com.
First, we decide where we want to go. Then we need to know the best way to get there. Hi, my name's Adam Barada. I'm the owner of Advantage Gold. We're the highest rated precious metals firm in the country. We teach people how to own physical gold and silver. Now, we've won the Best of TrustLink Award 4 years in a row because we educate our clients on how to buy gold and silver the right way. We don't pay celebrity spokespeople millions of dollars. We'd rather pass that value on to you. Call 800-900-8000 and speak with one of our experts. We'll send you a free gold kit along with my latest #1 national best-selling book, The Great Devaluation. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Get the best information, the best process, the best service, the best value. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000. Call 800-900-8000.
Advantage Gold is not an investment advisor or a tax advisor. Consult with your financial advisor before investing.
A missile misfire during a military exercise in South Korea adds to an already tense situation on the Korean peninsula.
A South Korean ballistic missile malfunctioned and fell on land during a live fire drill with the United States. The sound of the blast and subsequent fire triggered panic among residents in the coastal city. They feared an attack from increasingly hostile North Korea. South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said no one was hurt in the accident. The military acknowledged the accident hours after Internet users posted videos showing an orange ball of flames emerging from an area they described as near an Air Force base. I'm Norman Hall.
Iran has summoned the British ambassador again for what it says were provocative statements made by London over Tehran's crackdown on widespread protests. Iranian authorities summoned Simon Shirkliff for the second time in less than 10 days. News and analysis at townhall.com. A Southern California landmark, the world-famous Hollywood sign, is getting a facelift.
After a pressure wash and some rust removal, workers this week began using 250 gallons of primer and white paint to spruce up the sign. ahead of its centennial next year. The entire renovation effort is expected to take up to 8 weeks. Originally built in 1923, the sign read Hollywoodland to promote a property development. But after decades of neglect, the original sign was shortened to read Hollywood and then was replaced altogether with a new sign in 1978. It is repainted once every decade. Keith Peters reporting.
Aaron Judge has hit his 62nd home run of the season, breaking Roger Maris's American League record. That record stood since way back in 1961. Once again on Wall Street this hour, stocks are lower, the NASDAQ down 201 points. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The deuce.
Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Wednesday.
You know, just screw that ear. Who
There
needs
you go.
it? Who needs it? We'll do it like you ever see the old like recordings they used to do for like, or they did for what was it? We Are the World.
Yes.
Where like they're all, a bunch of them were just like up there like with one headphone. That always looked goofy to me.
Well, I think they were trying to look cool.
They were. It was for harmony's sake. I know.
I'm
but,
in the biz. I need to do this.
Right.
You know.
It's but I've worked with a guy like in literally the last several months of my career that does the old school finger in the ear because you can match your internal intonation, which that works for those people who are in the biz. I tell you, if you put a finger in your ear, it helps with delay and it helps with matching your internal intonation.
I joke, or I would giggle at those people, except I caught myself doing it.
It works. That's the thing.
Well, I did it. I didn't realize I was doing it until I started doing. Like I was sitting here cutting an ad one day, and I was reading. Next thing you know, I caught myself. I was sitting here doing this. I was doing the, and I was like, why am I doing that? I memory muscled or instinctively just did it, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I'm looking like Walter Winchell here on the radio.
For the longest time, I wasn't sure if they were doing this with the finger in the ear to match internal intonation, or this, because this is also, I mean, this is basically just giving yourself your own mic.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I instinctively put my finger over my ear there to do it. But anyway, happy Wednesday.
Yes, we're talking like this because one of our headphones is out. Basically,
our headphones.
Our left can is not working.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I got a fool with that, but equipment gets ornery sometimes and does things.
And it's one of those. It makes you like want to pop your ears just to see if it's that.
Yeah. It almost makes it feel like and then of course I'm getting off a cold here, so my I've been dealing with ear pressure and all that for the last. So I'm like, is it my head or is it the headphones? But I'm not sure. But anyway, there was something I was going to say and I just completely forgot about it. I don't know. But don't forget, today is Senior Day out at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair.
Speaking of forgetfulness, it is Senior Day at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair.
But yes, today is Eastern New Mexico State Fair Senior Day, 3 o'clock. They're going to start letting seniors in for free.
Absolutely.
And
free parking also.
Absolutely free parking. And of course, I think parking's part of that anyway.
So kids, now's a good time to go visit your grandmas and say, hey, can we go for a ride in the trunk? Well, Well, actually, no, that won't work. That'll work. That'll get you through to parking.
Yeah, that'll help.
You got to I don't know. You got to figure out tuck into a backpack or something.
Yeah, or
Grandma, you feeling strong?
Or be like the movie E.T. and just put him in a costume.
There you go.
Remember how they had E.T. in an old woman costume or something like that?
Any parents out there who have kids of the age that they're watching Bluey, just dress up your kids as "Here come the grannies." That'll see what that does for you.
Or dress up like the grandma from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
There you go.
Might do a little research to find that one, but it'd be fun to do.
It would. It would be a blast.
But it is Senior Day. They got events and things for free for seniors out there. But our boss will also be he's partnered up with the Pecos Valley Railroaders, and so I talked a little bit about it last hour, and he had his first night out there Monday. And they kind of turned him loose. And he had a derailment,
which is
and it was
hysterical.
Like a whole thing. Yeah, it
because
was
funny. They said, okay, we're going to step out of the room for 1 second. I don't know if it was to have a sandwich or to have a conference.
Yeah.
Either way, the two main conductors, both daddies, stepped out of the room and left Gene, his first day, responsible for keeping the train on. And so he's like, oh, it's fine. Because, you're thinking it's a train. It's on a track.
Right.
What could happen?
Right.
While they were gone, somehow the train went off track.
It had a derailment.
Which, of course, in Mike's and my mind started an entire storyline of a tiny community that was brought to its tiny knees by this tiny derailment.
That's right.
Just tiny people running around calling their tiny wives.
And we were just yelling, "People of Tiny Town, this is your mayor. We have a derailment. For the safety of all tiny people, move to the tiny town center.
We need you to stay calm. Keep your temper as small as you are."
And then we asked, like how, and because he told us, he goes, "Well, how do I fix it? Is it, because he was like, if you want to keep up, to use a wrestling term, the kayfabe,
right?
Do you use the equipment at hand
you have to
unrail to derail the train?
You got to hook up a pulley system, and 16 tiny men have to pull it back onto track.
Or does the hand of God come from the ether to come and pick up the train car and put it back on the track?
I'm more worried about those 16 tiny logs that are rolling towards the tiny church at this point.
That's right. But so there was a whole thing, and we had fun with it. But in all fairness, it's pretty cool. If you ever go,
it really is a really cool setup.
It is. You could sit there
and intricate too. Like if you really get in and look, you can see the individual like structure of the trees. Like they put the leaves on the. It's intense.
Yeah, it's very. The attention to detail is impressive. It's really cool, and especially on a day where you're kind of hot and worn out, then you just find a bench in front of the trains there and just sit there and just watch the trains for about 20 minutes. Very cathartic.
Oh yeah,
very nice. It's usually cooler in that building, so you're just like, it's all right. I
think I'll stay here for a while, and it's really cool because they got the stadium seating. You just kind of kick it there.
Yeah. Pair it with a milkshake.
Oh, that's nice.
I think I'm done for the day.
That's
I'm just
nice.
gonna sit there and watch trains and drink milkshakes.
I had one of those the other day, literally within the last 2 or 3 months. I was like, "Ooh, look, kids, a bench."
Yeah. But but he will be back for his night 2.
Yes.
It did make me laugh. I guess Sean went and visited him Monday, and Sean did a whole weird wave and everything.
Yeah, I walked up to the window, and here's the thing: they're trapped behind 3 feet of glass.
Yeah,
so there's an element of you're visiting a zoo animal.
Yeah,
here.
you're a zoo exhibit. Yes,
and so they can't really communicate. So I walked up to the window and I just started doing the old mime.
He did some Marcel.
Yeah,
in there.
Break out my best,
Did you do up the escalator, down the escalator?
No, and you know what I should have done because there was the window? I should have gone, well.
Yeah, I mean, that screams
down the
that
elevator.
So he had to explain to his fellow railroaders that Sean was an employee.
What I should have done
some creepo that needs security.
was gotten right to the window and done that thing where I reach in from outside and pull my own shirt off. Pull myself off the scene.
All right. Well, tonight you got a whole nother.
100%, 100%. Bringing the laughs tonight. I'll be out there 5 to 8 p.m. and so will Gene. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So come visit Sean at the trailer at the.
Can't promise I'm going to be there every time. I might go,
he could
grab myself
walkabout.
grab myself like a taco or something.
Yeah, could be at the trains.
Last night, poor Travis Hicks had to come over and like find me at the taco stand and tell me to turn the music down because they were about to do a presentation of the championship tent. And in fairness, we had Claudia from our sister station, 106.1 Fiera, which, by the way, big thanks to everybody for coming out and making Claudia feel welcome. She had a blast out there.
Good. She'll be back tomorrow night, right?
No, it's actually VD tomorrow.
Tomorrow night, okay.
Yeah, Lady Dinamita tomorrow night and Saturday night as well.
Awesome.
But yes, we had to turn the music down for that little event. But other than that, everything went off swimmingly.
Good deal. Well, come on out for Senior Day today and all the fun and frivolity. Hopefully the rain
Brothers Walker going to be taking the stage, I believe 6 p.m. weather permitting. And I should be having a phone interview with them later on today that I'll be playing tonight during my my stint out at the fairgrounds.
So be listening to 92.9 The Brand for that later.
Indeed. We'll sit down and have a little chit-chat with the Brothers Walker, see what they're all about. By the way, if you're not familiar, Brothers Walker had a little time on The Voice.
Okay.
They were on, I think, I want to say season like 6 or 7 of The Voice.
Okay. Both of them?
Yes, both brothers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if they did duos and things.
Actually, there's one song, and I'm really intrigued to talk to him about it. They have a song called Farmin'. And basically the whole song is talking about how farming ain't farming like it used to be. And it's basically, he's like, I'm sitting inside this tractor, surfing Facebook with a bite to eat. It's like, farming ain't like it used to be. It's like, I wonder what my granddad would think.
He'd be thinking, dang, I wish I had Facebook.
There's a line in there about, I ran into a problem while I was harvesting beans, and I called the Geek Squad to save me.
That's kind of funny, actually.
It is. Yeah, farming's changed a bit.
I'm a farm nerd.
Yeah. Have you tried turning the thresher off and then on again?
You know what? Maybe that's this year's new Halloween costume. Farm nerd.
Farm nerd. There you go. Little Geek Squad outfit, but also with overalls.
But, with overalls and flannel and a cowboy hat.
I like it.
And a piece of straw.
That's a real hybrid.
But a ruler in their pocket. I mean, I think this is a good look. I'm thinking of something. This might be a thing.
Yeah, I like it.
I'm thinking little taped glasses.
Farm nerd. But see, that's the thing. I've known a lot of farmers with taped glasses. Like, you think of like, Devon Dudley. That's real like farm. That's kind of, if you go farm nerd, people are going to be like, oh, you're doing Devon Dudley. Okay. You're doing, you're doing Bubba Ray. Where's Devon? That's what everybody's saying. Or people will be screaming at you the whole night, get the tables! Because now that I think about farm nerd is essentially that. Overalls, the taped glasses, like the thick Buddy Holly glasses.
Yeah.
And and then like overalls.
Yeah, you need a hat. You need a good cowboy hat.
Probably a good straw hat, yeah.
Yeah, a good straw hat or cowboy hat. And, you got to have, like, in your jean pocket.
One skull ring?
You need two. You're going to need one for the skull ring, but then you're going to need one for your flip phone or your Palm Pilot or something of that nature.
Right. Your Motorola StarTAC. Is that a Nokia? I can get Snake on this bad boy.
Yeah. So, let me give you the rundown for this hour of the show. We're going to get you up to date with the weather here in just a bit. Hopefully, the news is better than what they're reporting on the weather there. And then we're going to play an interview. Kathy Lay with the City of Roswell joined us on Friday and discussed some stuff with Keep Roswell Beautiful, community volunteer program here the city has. And she's kind of updated us on multiple things. So we're going to play that interview here in just a bit.
One of the things that we talk about in the interview happened this last weekend. Okay. Everything else is upcoming.
Good deal. Yep. Okay, so ignore that one.
Yeah, the first responder bash thing, that was this past weekend.
Okay, but the rest of it is relevant to new stuff.
Everything else is coming up. One's this Saturday, one is actually next Saturday.
Perfect. So we'll play that for you here in a bit. Later on, we'll get you up to date with the news of the local variety and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. All right, let's get it over with. The weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Stationary front just off to our north. We have low pressure off to the south and moist air coming in today. And that means some showers and thunderstorms around, especially this afternoon. 70 for the afternoon high. Showers and thunderstorms will continue for the overnight hours and will drop into the mid-50s. And then cloudy with a few lingering showers possible on Thursday. Low 70s, some more showers Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 62 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 70%. Winds currently out of the north at 7 miles per hour. We are looking at a, unfortunately, good percent chance of rain today, a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Could see a thunderstorm this afternoon as well. Mostly cloudy today with a high of 71. Winds will be out of the north at around 5 miles per hour. They do say our total rainfall amounts today, they're expecting less than 1/10 of an inch of rain, except for if a thunderstorm rolls through the area. For tonight, we're also looking at a 70% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly before 1 a.m. Mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 57. Winds will be out of the north at around 5 miles per hour tonight. Anywhere from 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain possible. More if we actually get a thunderstorm. Thursday, once again, rain chances, fortunately just a 30%. They're a little lower on Thursday during the day anyway. 30% chance of rain, mostly cloudy, high of 71. Winds will be out of the north at around 5 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, chance of rain bumps up to 40%, mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 57. Winds out of the north at around 5 miles per hour. Friday, we're looking at a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Then partly cloudy otherwise with a high of 75, north winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And for the weekend, a 30% chance of rain for Saturday, mostly cloudy, high of 74, 50% chance of rain on Sunday, partly cloudy, also a high of 74. All right, it is 8:20. We're going to take a 2.5-minute commercial break, and then we'll play our interview we had Friday with Kathy Lay from the city of Roswell. Don't go away.
Find your path to a greater future at Eastern New Mexico University. With degrees offered both on campus and online, ENMU has the flexibility that you're looking for, and with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship, New Mexico residents can now start, continue, or finish their bachelor's degree tuition-free at ENMU. For more information, visit enmu.edu. Eastern New Mexico University. Student success, that's what we're about.
Sometimes when you hit the road hits back. That's why MTA Mechanics and Tire carries major brands like Bridgestone, Cooper, and Michelin. Not only do you get top brand tires, but you also get a nationwide warranty. So wherever you are, MTA Mechanics and Tire has you covered. Stop by or let MTA come to you with their MTA Mobile Tire Shop, covering Roswell, Carlsbad, and Artesia. They can come to your home, office, or even the airport, and alignment is included on all sets of 4 tires. MTA Mechanics and Tires, getting you back on the road.
This is John.
Hey, my name is John Jackson.
He's not some actor. He's a steward of the land with a John Deere 3 Series tractor. John runs with us. Nothing runs like a deer. Get a 3 Series tractor with 0% APR for 72 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 855-633-2316.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia or Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
There's at least one thing most New Mexicans agree on. Our schools have a long way to go. That's why Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham is breathing new life into public education with initiatives that support our children from their first baby steps to promising career paths. Like expanding in-home family services, early childhood and pre-K, so thousands more kids will go off to school healthy and ready to learn. And attracting new teachers by raising salaries to the highest in the Southwest. It's already paying off by recruiting hundreds of new teachers to our classrooms this year. And she is cutting teacher paperwork and administrative burdens by 41%, so they have more time to teach our children. Thanks to the governor's new Opportunity Scholarships, any New Mexican can now attend a state college for free to earn a certificate or degree in a wide range of high-demand fields. After 2 tough years, we're finally making progress in education. We can't afford to go back to the failed policies of the past.
Paid for by New Mexicans for Michelle.
Approved by Michelle Lujan Grisham.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Turtles can breathe through their butts. We imagine you know some people who do that too, because that's where their heads reside. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 23 minutes after 8 o'clock, and just a quick programming note. We're gonna play Kathy Lay interview. I promised her we'll do that next hour. And because good news, joining us here in studio right now is Kay Galindo with the Roswell Refuge. She's back with us. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Mike?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Doing wonderful.
Good. How's life at the refuge? Is it? I mean,
it's crazy.
It's one of those things that's like, it's good you're busy because there's so many people getting help, But at the same time, it's not good that's that many people that need your services.
Well,
you know,
the thing of it is due to the fact that we are a nonprofit.
Sure.
Our fundings, of course, are limited, so
Sure.
we're limited on staff.
Mm-hmm.
Just, the same 2 and 4.
Trying to make magic with everything you
and
got.
we are completely full at shelter.
Okay.
I think we've got a bunch of kids.
So I'm
right
guessing, to help you get through when the times are, lean as far as donations and go. That's, this is when you really rely on the support of the community.
Yes,
folks, and their donations and their support.
Right.
That's what really gets you through the lean months when things, when numbers are up and resources are down.
Right. And when we're so busy like we are,
Mhm.
of course, supply goes down. Once again, I'm coming on to, ask for help with
Sure.
hygiene products, the full size. Now we're in dire need of towels.
Okay.
All types of things, actually, but things that we're in dire need of.
The
are towels
basics,
and
the basics
Yes.
right now. And
Yes.
and I know we're now officially into October, and a lot of people are turning there towards candy collections and all that, which is great. Keep doing that.
Sure.
But while you're out and about, if you'd like to help the Roswell Refuge, which is the place for to help people victims of domestic violence here in Roswell and Chavez County. They when you go to the grocery store, go to Walmart or Target or wherever you go to do your shopping, pick up some extra bottles of shampoo or toothpaste and or conditioners, towels, and washcloths.
Absolutely.
Sheets, bedding.
Yes. Well, see, when we've been having a lot of our clients that are transitioning into their new place.
Mm-hmm. And that stuff goes with them.
So
it's there.
That's
theirs.
theirs.
Yeah.
We make sure that if we've got it, then they're ready to walk in the door and at least with a start.
Absolutely. They got some something to sleep in.
Right.
And something
We're in need
prepare
of
a meal with or
right.
something like
We're
that.
in need of pots, pans, small appliances, dressers.
Yeah.
Dressers are a huge need.
So if you're thinking, I've got a bunch of this stuff, we were talking about maybe just doing a yard sale to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe you'd consider donating
Absolutely.
much of it, maybe all of it, depending on how much you got there, to the Roswell Refuge. Kay runs you still run the thrift store.
I still manage the thrift store, yes.
She runs the thrift store here, so she's the person that can kind of tell you, yeah, we could use that, or can you hold on to it? We definitely want it, but we just don't have room at the moment. Maybe
Right.
hold it for a week or two, and then we can talk.
We're in luck because we've had a storage unit that's been donated to us.
Oh, nice. And now you got a little more room.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
So that's
awesome.
made it.
So you can
That's made
accommodate some, if you
Yes.
got larger items like a couch or something
Right.
that needs to be stored.
Right.
That's not quite ready to fit in the thrift shop. You can handle it right now.
I have no room in my store for any furniture. Absolutely. I think everyone during the major COVID did all their cleaning out. And so when we started taking donations, man, I mean, we're at the brim.
Good.
Of course, it's mainly clothing and things
Sure.
like that, but
Yeah, and so here's here's the thing. When you guys donate, here's the part about it. So, we're talking about donations. Some of it's going to be for the thrift store. Some of it's actually for the home. The stuff like the toiletries, the shampoos, the conditioners, the towels, that stuff's for the home.
that's for
the
our
residents.
shelter.
Yeah.
Everything in our thrift store is the priority is that the clients are first.
Yeah, and so
Doesn't
here's
matter.
the thing too is that thrift store, though it's there to raise some money to help cover costs of the programs and things, but it's kind of like a shopping spree for the residents too. When they get to a point where they're ready to move on from the home and start moving into their own personal lives again, they get a chance to go through that thrift store and say,
Absolutely.
"Hey, is there anything you need here to get you started? Is there a microwave? Do you need some pots and pans? Do you need some plates and utensils? Do you need some mats or some rugs or something?
And most
or
generally,
clothing?
when they leave, when they come into shelter,
Mm-hmm.
as you and I've spoke before, they literally come in with the clothes on their back.
Sometimes with kids in tow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, most of the time there's children.
Mhm.
So, we've got the store primarily for our clients. But of course,
Sure.
We're-
So there's
we're-
items there get donated, things that they don't have a use for per se.
Right.
But you might think it's pretty sweet.
Exactly.
And so you buy it, and then that money goes back into the programs and things. So.
Goes for our clients.
And here's another little gee whiz factoid. The Refuge works with a lot of other great organizations in our community, and they kind of help each other out. So if, say, the Humane Society or the homeless shelter has someone in need of something, they'll send them over to y'all's thrift store and let them go through, and vice versa.
We also we help the homeless.
Yeah.
If the homeless come by and they need a couple of changes of clothes, we're always there to help out with that.
We got what we can spare. Here you go.
If they come and I'm not able to take the donations, I always refer them to other agencies because they may have room for it. I'm certainly not going to say, well, I don't know what you can do.
Sure, yeah.
I'm going to try to.
You put them in touch with people that can put them in a place for some help.
Right.
Yeah, and so that's so by you donating this stuff, even though if you're thinking, well, I don't know if that's something they could use per se directly, it could be. It could be indirectly.
Absolutely.
Another great item is like if you've got business clothes, things like at dresses, dress pants, shirts, ties, business attire. Everyone knows that stuff's very expensive, brand new.
Right.
And a lot of people, especially if they get a new job and it's something where they need to wear more professional clothing and things, now they've got that clothing and don't have to, oh man, I can't even go to work because I can't afford the suits to buy to go to work.
Exactly.
And so donate that stuff too, just to think, well, I don't know, what are they going to do with a fancy coat and tie? Quite a bit with that fancy coat and tie, actually. So donate that.
The first impressions are always the best.
Absolutely.
So when our clients are out there trying to get themselves back together, we want them to apply for the job looking their best.
Absolutely. Yeah. And let's face it, how many times you yourself are more confident, more, like, yeah, I am pretty sharp when you get dressed up for something.
Absolutely.
Like you go, even if it's just for weddings or funerals, you're still looking like, dang, I look pretty sharp.
Clean up pretty good. And if you look good, you feel good.
Yeah, exactly. And that's no different, especially for people that have been told otherwise for so long, and they're now coming out of that turmoil. So.
Exactly. And their mindset and their attitude is greatly dependent on how good they feel about themselves.
Sure. Their self-worth's low, so they're relying on others to kind of feed that.
And we have an amazing, you've met Valerie. Mm-hmm. She's our shelter manager. She is just amazing. Mm-hmm. We now have a retired teacher that's coming and tutoring the children.
Oh, cool.
They're doing lots of different paint workshops and just different things.
Helping making it like a home.
Well, it's just amazing the job that Valerie's done. She's done a major turnaround. Kind of before I could see how felt a little maybe sanitary, like you're in a hospital type. Mm-hmm. Valerie's put art up on the walls, and we've got actual throw rugs in the
she brought home back to the house.
Yeah. Right, right. So she has done an amazing job.
And I would imagine that, and this is the part that I don't think people get is. That's sometimes the difference between success and failure for people that are in this scenario because they're victims of domestic violence. They've been beat down physically, mentally, emotionally, and let's face it, they've got to get built back up. They got to get their self-confidence, their self-awareness, their own self-worth up again because it's been
no telling how long they've been beat down.
Yes, and so. Part of it is reestablishing trust, connections, but also part of it is for them to accept that they're good people. You almost have to over saturate them with that information to get it to register and sink in because they've been, could be years, could be whatever that time, could be their whole lifetime. They've been told otherwise or they've been convinced otherwise. And I don't care what you say. Sometimes it takes a lifetime to get that out of your head.
I don't know if you ever get over it.
Yeah, and
I think that's something that being a survivor of domestic violence, I can tell you that.
Well, if you've been dealing with that, and then later on when you're quote unquote out of it, and then you make a mistake because we all make mistakes.
Absolutely.
We're humans. Are you going to look at it like, well, see, they must have been right. See, the mistake proves they were right, not these other people.
Right.
And so it's easy to kind of flashback into that or revert into that mindset when something doesn't go your way and it kind of reinforces the old behavior. a little bit, and that's what they have to deal with the rest of their life. So we've got to go the other way,
that's all in, that boils down to our advocates and our shelter manager.
Sure.
They're the ones that carry the brunt of the load to make sure that this person is receiving that. Way to go. You're doing a great job.
But what goes a long way to make that happen is people that try to make it homey, that for no reason other than they want to help, come by and drop off towels or food or toys or whatever it is they're bringing.
The thing of it is 9 times out of 10, Mike, I'm never ever going to come and say, nope, don't need anything. It's probably never going to happen.
Yeah.
But, we are very appreciative of the community because, the word does get out there. Thank you for always having us in.
Anytime. I
do want to bring this up right quick. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month.
It is. So you're probably going to see some stuff, and it's going to make you sad, and it's all just to let you remember.
We have our candlelight vigil on October 13th.
Okay.
At the Anderson Museum.
Okay.
It will start at 5:30.
Kind of upped your game. I mean, Pioneer Plaza is nice and cool, but it's not a highfalutin museum there.
Yes, and shout out to Anderson Museum. They have been so gracious that they donate us the building.
Very nice.
They don't charge us. They're amazing over there.
Either before or after the candlelight vigil, please walk around that beautiful facility.
Oh, it's amazing.
See the exhibits.
It is amazing.
Maybe go early and maybe use that as a little motivation during your candlelight, because use that as your thing. Let's let the next generation live so they can do this, and do these things.
And we always, our vigil, before we had it outside, and it was very nice that, it was outside.
Absolutely.
But, some of our people are a little bit older and
we like air conditioning.
and we like heater when because we've done it when it was freezing cold.
Yeah, you've seen both in October.
Yes, absolutely. You just never know. So it's very nice that, we're able to do it inside, and they get to enjoy the beautiful art as well.
It is. It's a real. It's one of Roswell's great treasures. Please,
it is amazing.
If you've never been in, use domestic violence as your foot in the door, and then come and check it out. But if you've never been a part of the candlelight vigil, it's a solemn ceremony. It's an opportunity for victims' families to speak, to victims that are success stories to speak. Anyone that really has been affected by domestic violence in any way, shape, or form. It's a place for us to come together and share experiences. And at the end of the day, the whole point of this thing is to say we're not alone. We're all together.
Absolutely.
We all go through tough things. Let's all be good people and help each other out and know the signs, see the signs. When we see others exhibiting displays of things that were done to us, don't just ignore it. Do things do things to address that. Be active about it. That's what this is about, to remember those who made the sacrifice, celebrate the ones that have won their battles, and let's remember that we need to keep doing our part so not any more people have to suffer for this.
And unfortunately, it's one of those situations that we would like to say, maybe the awareness at some point will alleviate the DV. That's never going to happen. You and I both know that. But, Lauren's classes should, of course, her classes are for the offender.
Yes.
It's just amazing that there was a client that to look at him, he looks like you and I, he had a prominent job in town and he was in class and he told me, he said, I didn't know the monster I was.
See,
when he came to
that's the vicious cycle part of domestic violence.
But that's when you're doing your job.
Sure. And it's for him to have the self-awareness to understand that is you have to commend that, because let's face it, most offenders, the abuser, 9 times out of 10 were victims earlier in life as a child or a younger adult or whenever.
And drugs and alcohol.
Not that we're defending their actions, because we don't want to defend the actions. However, if that's all you know, what are you going to do when it's your turn in that position? Well, and that's in essence what they've done.
If you grew up and seen it, we go back to the days that people didn't get divorced. You
Yeah.
stayed married. You stayed with
Sure.
the family, regardless.
Yeah.
You know, well, my mom didn't leave. My dad didn't leave.
They
and that's,
suffered.
they seen it their whole entire life. It's learned behavior.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. You need to break the cycle.
Sure. And that's where so when you guys have the offenders classes and those people that participate them, we need to celebrate those people as well.
Absolutely.
Yes, because they are aware and you know, they're trying to change that way. They it's easy to vilify people when they do horrible things. Because it's horrible stuff and you're like, yeah, but and I'm not condoning you because you never want to say that's okay that you beat people. We forgive you. Yes, you want to say that eventually, but at the same time, if they're growing, if they're saying, you know what, I didn't understand, I didn't have the tools to do it any other way.
And tools are the perfect word with the HEAL program that Lauren teaches.
Yeah.
It is literally tools.
Sure.
And, you know, most of the time, unfortunately, our offenders, men, women, both, they're mad.
Yeah.
You know, well, you know, it wasn't like that, or I didn't do it.
Well, in their head, they probably feel like victims too.
Absolutely.
Like, well, I dealt with it, no problem. And by the way, you know, if you just did what I asked, I would have never done it to begin with.
Absolutely.
You know, they have that defensive mindset.
So Lauren teaches them, like I said, the HEAL program.
Yeah.
And she gives them the tools. Now, you know how to fix the carburetor, but if you don't use the right tool, you're not going to be able to fix it.
Yeah, if you're trying to fix a carburetor with your finger and that's
you've
it.
You've got to have the correct tools in order to learn this is not appropriate behavior.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So Lauren does an amazing job. She's great at what she does. By the way, I don't know if you know, her and her fiance are the proud parents of a baby girl.
Oh, congratulations!
Yes. So she's just beautiful. Lauren has just now came back.
Well, what I say is she still
back.
being mommy right now, or she's back?
Well, she's
still being mommy, but not full time. She has to go do a day job now.
Yes, absolutely. It's still, I don't know. I think being mommy's the hardest job.
Yeah, I would not get any disagreement on this part.
Her name is Riley Quinn.
Oh,
she's just precious. So
well,
we have a
welcome
new
to
addition.
the world.
Yes.
Has she been able to come by the office and everything yet?
She did bring her. She brought her. She keeps her pretty well at home because she hasn't had her vaccinations.
Well, she's a newborn baby. And
right, but she brought her to the office, so we got to give love.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
Well, they need that too.
And then Jenna, of course, she had a baby in April.
Yeah,
Jenna does our TROs.
You're just great in the next generation of refuge.
Boy, I'm telling you, we're starting them young.
Staff and everything, right?
There you go.
Good deal. But please, folks, if you you know what, this week is the Eastern New Mexico State Fair. The Roswell Refuge has a booth. You guys are in the commercial building out at the fair there. Come by if you're looking for information, if you have questions about things, if you want to know, if you want to share a story and say, I suspect something. I mean, if you're looking for resources, if you're looking for information, if you have questions about something you're not sure about and you're looking for an opinion or second advice, answers, please don't hesitate to come in. That's there for.
Our table is purely information, whether it be domestic violence, whether it be sexual assault, whether it be classes.
Can I ask a question? Because I don't want to overburden you, but I want to give it as an opportunity. If people dropped donations off at the booth, is that okay?
We'd make it work.
Okay.
We'd make it work.
I mean, don't be rolling up with a couch or nothing, but if a monetary, or if you're like, look, I got a bag of clothes here, or I got a microwave, or I got a coffee pot.
Certainly.
Okay.
We'd make
cool.
it work.
All right, cool. I didn't want to mess you guys up in anything, but I'm thinking, it might be convenient for some people to make a donation.
We figure it out one way or the other.
Okay. Now, granted, if you walk into the fair with a microwave under your arm,
probably going to get some funny looks, but just to let it be known. Yeah. But we certainly have the information on anything that we do as an agency.
Okay.
Also with our SANE program.
Gotcha. Yes. So because if you're not familiar, and I know we kind of jumped right in. I usually give the full explainer, and we just kind of started going, but the SANE program, it's they deal with victims of sexual assault. They are also kind of a partner there at the refuge. They're a different organization as far as the paperwork and everything goes, but they work together. They work in concert. The staffs work hand in hand on projects and things like that. It's they're different in name only, but they share the same goals and just a little slightly different mission statement.
Different agents.
Yes, different agents.
Agents.
But they deal with victims of sexual assault, both criminally and medically.
Yes.
So say a person comes in that's a rape victim or sexual assault victim, first these fine folks come in and take care of them medically.
Immediately, Kim Hansen is our sexual nurse examiner.
Yes, and
in
she does,
our office, and I couldn't do her job.
It takes a strong mindset to be able to pull that off every day.
I've seen her in tears many times over cases.
It's a job where you could get easy emotional and easily angry.
And she's a very, very good person.
Yeah.
So,
I'm one of those people that when I see people that are victims and I see them suffering, and then I see the person I get angry. I'm that one that I'm like, I'm going to go level that.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can understand to not get to that place.
Well, and
it takes a certain patience,
right,
that I don't have.
And I don't have it. So because she has mentioned to me to do some work for her, and I said, "Oh, Kim, I couldn't. I just couldn't do that."
Yeah, I understand.
And most especially when it comes to children.
Yeah, and I mean, and I'm not trying to, but I know your own personal story, and some of that comes into play very much as part of that too.
Absolutely.
So, but what I want to say is they first help these victims medically.
Yes.
If they've got medical, that's priority one. However, if the victim chooses, this is all victim controls the flow of this treatment here. But if the victim chooses to collect evidence for the prosecution,
she's right there in court.
Then she's the one that helps collect that evidence.
Absolutely.
And then of course she's also the one talking her through it and things. And if I'm guessing if someone's now, at the end of the day, she always grants the wishes, but if someone's a little apprehensive about prosecuting and things, she might talk to them and show them the realities of, if you do not, you're allowing this to keep continuing.
Right.
And
the thing that is most as important is to let them know that she's there.
Yes.
I'll stand beside you every step of the way.
She was going to support you regardless of the direction you go. Now, obviously, she might talk to you a little bit and say, this is the benefits of doing it this way.
Right.
I recommend it, but whatever you feel comfortable doing.
It's up to you.
That's, but it's all done in that loving, caring.
Absolutely.
The victim is the VIP here. Let's get them with the utmost respect and support that we can possibly give them right now.
Absolutely.
So that's their goal. That's what they want to do.
100%.
And then I imagine at that point, that's where the refuge folks come in and start taking care of putting their lives back together and
if need be. Yes, of course.
Yeah, if need be, of course.
Those situations, you just never know.
Yeah.
If it's going to be a situation where then we step in on our side, that's when Kim will come and say, "Hey, look, this is going on."
Yeah.
And
every case is different. It just depends on every story here. So, in the meantime, please support by making donations. Come by the refuge if you'd like to make a note. Probably call ahead.
Yes.
Call the office, and we'll give you the number here in a bit. And just ask first, but say, "Hey, I've got some shirts, or I got a bag of clothes, or I got a teapot, or I got some decor, some art and things." Just because it's not functional doesn't mean you can't donate it. Like
Absolutely.
I said, if they can't use it directly, then others can go buy it. And then, so if you donate some piece of expensive art or old art that you don't want, they will turn that into useful things for the Roswell Refuge. Don't worry about that. But if you want to donate those kind of things for the shelter itself, that they're looking for items like bedding, toiletries, washcloths, towels, soaps, conditioners,
body
washes, hairspray, toothbrush. Yeah. Buy the family size, not the travel size.
Right.
The travel size, if you do pick it up or that's what you have donated, bring it. If they can't use it direct, they usually give it to homeless, things like that, people that come by in need. So it gets utilized by people that in need it. But for the home itself, they prefer the family size, the big, family size bottles because they take it with them.
Well, and reason being is it's not like they're just going to be there a day or two.
On average, they're there a month or so, right? Maybe longer.
Maybe longer.
Yeah, it just depends on each story. But
exactly, and they take when they leave, they take all of those things with them. It's not something that's...
It's not like you say, still half a bottle here, you're good to go.
Yeah.
No, you get your own bottle.
Absolutely.
It's just like home, and things like that. But any of that stuff, please, and I know, because somebody like, man, we're going to do a yard sale and all that, but then you get down, I don't want to price all this garbage. I don't want to
mess with this.
Pull it all out. And then they got to do a haggle and take a nickel and all that mess. And just take it, go away. You're just trying to get rid of it.
Right.
So save you all that headache. Call Kay and say, look, I got some stuff here. Maybe we can start piecemeal bringing some stuff here, and then we'll talk about some of the bigger ticket items and things. And that way everything gets up. You could tax write it off and take care of all that.
We have that.
No problem. At the end of the day, every pot you donate, every collectible that you didn't sell at your yard sale that has value that you're given could provide a necessity for a family in this community or for a person in this community.
So, that's our goal.
Absolutely. So please help donate, collect, and like you said, next time you go to the store to pick up your paper towels and toilet papers and all that stuff for your homes, grab a few extra and donate it to the refuge.
Yes,
all of it
please.
gets helped. It will be used.
It will be utilized.
Absolutely. If anybody has any questions about donating or any of that stuff, give the main office number, that number that they should call for that kind of stuff.
575-624-3222.
Okay. And that's any non-emergency business with the refuge. That's the phone number.
And our number 24-hour number to the shelter is 575-627-8361.
Yeah, that's
a 24-hour
hotline. It is if you are suffering and you want to call and reach out, that number is for you. If you are a person that suspects something and you don't know how to handle it, call that number.
Absolutely.
If you are an abuser and you realize what's going on and you're seeking help, please call that number.
Call Lauren. Normally, when the judge sends the abusers to Lauren's side, they have to pay for classes. If you decide I need to do something, this is not. You can voluntarily,
and it's free of charge.
Do the classes. It is free of charge.
Yeah. So if you yourself are self-aware enough to understand this ain't right what I'm doing, make that phone call. Make the step. I know it's a hard, embarrassing, tough thing that you're trying to navigate through.
It's actually,
but when you
a person is to be
celebrated
that has the knowledge that what they're doing is incorrect, and it will wind you up in serious trouble.
Yeah, we all have flaws. We all have
absolutely.
Faults. We all make mistakes. It's not the lesson here is not that you make a mistake. It's what you do about it.
Exactly.
Do you cover it up? Do you pretend it doesn't exist and move on, or do you address it and try to fix it before it gets worse?
And the thing of it is that it is embarrassing. Whether you've been a victim or you've been the offender, on both sides, it's embarrassing.
That's why there's so much secretive
Well, that's what what I always say. We're that dirty little secret people don't want to talk about.
Yeah,
that's why we come on here and talk with you, so that if you reach one person,
you saved a life.
My short time that I'm with you this morning, if we reach one person, then we've done an amazing job.
Absolutely. It's things. So please, one more time, give out the hotline number, the 24/7 number.
575-627-8361. That is a 24-hour hotline.
Yes, 7 days a week, 24/7. Someone will answer that phone. You can remain anonymous. You're in control if you're a victim and you just want to vent, talk. That's what it's there for. If you're ready to do something more than talk and physically get you out of this path to what you're in right now, then they can help you with that too. Again, much like the SANE program, the victim is in control of the pace of how this goes.
100.
And that is and that's what it's all about here. So please reach out to that number, please. And just real quick, I know way before COVID and all that, you guys are doing remodel and letting folks come in and do. Are we at a point where that kind of stuff may happen again?
We're still in need of a contractor that would be willing to come and help us. We're utilizing what we can.
Okay.
which we are full.
Okay.
But we do need some work done.
Okay. But it's more than just decorating. You need contractor work.
Yes.
Carpenters, electricians, plumbers, things like that. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's very expensive.
Yeah. So I know
anybody that would like to.
Not that any of people in those industries are looking for work right now, because I'm pretty sure they're all very busy.
Yes.
However, if somebody out there is listening and saying, you know what, I'd like to donate some of my time and my skill set,
please give us a call.
Even if it's a couple hours on a weekend or whatever it is, it would be greatly appreciated. You're doing God's work by doing that.
Absolutely.
Because I know you're probably busier and all get out, and you probably probably doing pretty well right now financially, and you're like, I don't have time to do this. But if you do make some time,
but we are
donate
supposed to be servants.
Yeah,
so
and so
we all have. We all need to do what we can to help.
Exactly. You coming out and unclogging some plumbing or fixing some electrical issues is the difference between success and failure for these folks.
You got some extra flooring that you haven't been able to really utilize. I mean,
and
always.
And I imagine too, and I don't know all the rules there, but because it's a facility like it is, you probably have to have like licensed people that are
absolutely.
Yes. I know you do-it-yourselfers love doing this stuff, but they probably
unfortunately we can't.
Yeah, they don't have the certifications to do it in an environment like this.
Exactly.
So that's the reason. But normally we'd love to have you do
absolutely,
so,
of course.
Good deal.
If we could, we would.
Absolutely. Well, do we get it all? I think so.
I just want to mention the Candlelight Vigil again.
Oh, yeah, one more time.
October 13th at 5:30 to 7, and we will be at the Anderson Museum.
Yes, like and follow the Roswell Refuge Facebook page.
Yes.
That way you can stay up to date on events like this and anything else. And, of course, it's a great resource for information about domestic violence and sexual assault. If you're looking for resources for many facets of that area, the Refuge is your resource.
Go by our booth at the fair, pick up some information, and talk to the girls.
They got stickers and fun stuff for the kids too. So bring the kids by and let's all come and meet. And like I said, if you got questions, concerns, issues, any of that stuff, please reach out. That's what they're there for, to help you.
Yes.
So
Mike, thanks for having us on
anytime.
again.
Good to see you again today. And
as well.
And hopefully one day I'd love to come in and be like, please don't donate any more stuff. We got so much stuff. We're filled to the rafters.
We're always glad to see you.
but come by it.
Yes. Just come by and shop.
There you go.
Right now, I did forget to mention, right now it will be through the month of October.
Okay.
We're having our $5 bag sale.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
What you can get in the bag?
What you can get in the bag is what you get for $5.
Uh-oh. So y'all might be able to shut the place down if you.
We're hoping we get it cleaned out. Yes.
So all those experts at packing the trunk for vacations and whatnot, bring them with you.
Yes, bring
the shopping
them.
Sale, and they will make sure every ounce of that bag is filled
utilized.
With
product.
Right. Good deal. Thank you, Kay. We'll see you next time.
Thank you so much,
all right. It is 8:56. Let's get you into your Wall Street business update. Quick break. Don't go away.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. Airlines will be required to give flight attendants at least 10 hours off duty between their shifts. That's an additional hour, under a rule announced Tuesday by the Federal Aviation Administration. The rule goes into effect in 30 days, and airlines have up to 90 days to comply. More than 300 truck drivers at New England's largest wholesale food distributor have gone on strike, raising concerns about disrupted food deliveries to schools, hospitals, and nursing homes. The drivers, represented by the Teamsters Local 653, took to the picket line at Cisco Boston early Saturday, seeking better pay and benefits. Last week, about 230 drivers at a Cisco facility near Syracuse, New York, also went on strike, alleging unfair labor practices. Bank of America Corporation plans to deposit an additional $100 million into banks that focus on minority communities, the company said Tuesday. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Get ready to get rowdy. The Eastern New Mexico State Fair and the Hondo Rodeo Company presents the Pecos Valley Stampede Ranch Rodeo, Friday and Saturday, October 7th and 8th, 6 p.m. at the Bob Crosby Arena, featuring the best in stray gathering, wild cow milking, trailer loading, and muley roping. Best of all, the Pecos Valley Stampede Ranch Rodeo is free with paid admission to the fair. It all goes down October 7th and 8th during the Eastern New Mexico State Fair. Log on to enmsf.com to learn more. Ad paid for through the City of Roswell Lodgers Tax.
Come check out a favorite fall family attraction in Artesia. Heirloom Acres Corn Maze and Pumpkin Patch is now open weekends in October. Get lost in the 8-acre corn maze. Pick a pumpkin straight from the patch. Take a ride on the kiddie zip line. Indulge in one of many tasty eats from the concessions. And enjoy roasting s'mores around one of our campfires. Come out weekends in October to Heirloom Acres, located 1 mile east of Artesia on Highway 82. Heirloom Acres, where you're sure to find joy this fall. Paid for by Eddy County Lodgers Tax.
Fergie's Plumbing and Heating now has financing available through One Main Financial. Let Fergie's keep your house warm all winter long. Call 622-2260 today. And when you get a new HVAC unit from Fergie's, you get a $50 Cattle Baron gift card on them. Fergie's Plumbing and Heating, 622-2260.
As farmers and ranchers, we're here for each other when times get tough. We talk about the weather, the markets, and the increasing costs of getting by that make our way of life challenging.
But let's also be there for each other during the struggles we don't always talk about. It's okay to open up about farm stress. You're not alone. A healthy farm or ranch is nothing without a healthy you.
Find resources to start the conversation on mental health at Here to Help NM.
Sponsored by the National Institute of Food and Agriculture through the New Mexico Farm and Ranch Stress Assistance Network.
Here's a breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Hang on to your wallet. OPEC and its ally Russia voting to cut oil production by 2 million barrels a day starting next month. It's a move that could deliver a blow to the struggling global economy while raising politically sensitive pump prices for U.S. drivers just ahead of the midterm elections. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen accusing Vladimir Putin of using energy to threaten Europe.
Putin has launched Russia's first mobilization since World War II, treating hundreds of thousands of young Russians as cannon fodder. He uses sham referenda in an illegal attempt to change international borders by force. And since many months, he is using energy as a weapon.
That's energy that Europe rushed to buy before Putin invaded Ukraine. And Ukrainian troops are on a roll, rolling back Russian forces in the east.
Donetsk, Kherson, and now Luhansk. Officials there say the liberation of the region has begun and several villages are free of Russian control. The move into Luhansk would mark a significant milestone in the Ukrainian counteroffensive in the east, as Russian forces seem to be abandoning long-held positions. Something similar is happening in the southern Kherson region. Ukraine has taken back villages along the Dnieper River as Russian troops retreat. Despite the humiliating setbacks, President Putin has signed legislation to annex 4 partially occupied regions of Ukraine, including territory his army does not control.
That's the BBC's Hugo Bishega. President Biden travels to hurricane-ravaged Florida today. He'll get updates on the storm recovery efforts. Also will meet with Florida's Governor Ron DeSantis. Sell-off continues on Wall Street. The Dow's down 405 points. The Nasdaq off 248. The S&P 63 points in the red. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Charlie Dombeck here from Key City Capital. As a practicing CPA for nearly 30 years, I have found that 80% of your ability to grow your wealth is dependent upon 2 factors: taxes and investment performance. At Key City Capital, we improve investment performance by diversifying capital into off-market investment opportunities in passive rental real estate and alternatives like asset-backed lending. We recover dollars that clients unnecessarily pay in the form of income taxes, creating a lifetime annuity of savings. We are a sponsor of passive, affordable single and multifamily residential rental investments, which are located in Sunbelt landlord-friendly states. These investments are the top choices in a rising interest rate and inflationary environment. They represent a store of value, protecting your capital from market volatility. Learn how we at Key City Capital can help you ultimately grow your wealth rapidly. Connect with me at keycitycapital.com or give me a call at 817-912-1569.
California police searching for a possible serial killer or killers.
Stockton, California police think whoever has shot and killed half a dozen men seem to be on some form of a mission. Police Chief Stanley McFadden tells KXTV 6 men have been killed and a woman wounded in attacks that date back to last year. He says the woman was able to describe the person who opened fire on her.
Wearing all dark clothing,
wearing a dark COVID-style mask that was concealing his face, and wearing a dark jacket as well.
5 of the 6 men killed and the woman were shot in Stockton. The other male victim was killed some 70 miles away in Oakland. McFadden says all of the cases are linked by ballistic test and some video evidence. I'm Tim McGuire.
Malfunctioning South Korean ballistic missile blew up today as it hit the ground. It happened during a live fire drill with the U.S. Breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. Things are apparently winding down in the Alex Jones defamation lawsuit in Connecticut.
The final family member of a victim of the Sandy Hook Elementary School massacre has now taken the stand. Mark Barden's son Daniel was one of the 26 victims of the shooting. He says he and his family suffered again when they heard that people were desecrating his son's grave and that some conspiracy theorist had planned to dig up his 7-year-old son's grave to prove the shooting was a hoax. The plaintiffs are expected to rest their case when court resumes in the morning. His lawyers say InfoWars host Alex Jones is unlikely to testify again, which will make the defense case a brief one. I'm Oscar Wells Gabriel.
Roger Maris's 1961 American League home run record has finally fallen. Aaron Judge did it, hitting his 62nd home run of the season. Once again on Wall Street, the NASDAQ is down 236 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The demolition, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tres Inviernos. It's trying.
Mornings with Mike Winters. Right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Give it the Nintendo blow. See what that does.
In the actual outlet?
Well, pull it and then blow it, and then put it back in. I know. We're doing engineering on the radio, folks. So please bear with us. Get a good. There you go. All right.
Oh, look at that.
Your wind helped.
It was a helpful wind.
I'm telling you, it's Nintendo.
Yeah.
This thing's based off Nintendo technology.
It's Nintendo technology. Have we tried pushing up, down, left, right, BA, start on this thing? Because I'm pretty sure we get 40 lives.
I'm going to work on that. I'm telling you, this thing runs on Nintendo technology.
That's impressive. That's really something.
I wish you all could hear how we heard it.
We weren't supposed to do it, Nintendo, then why did it work?
I wish y'all could hear how we hear it, because it would be way funnier, that whole bit, if you heard it that way. But
you go back on the video later. I'm going to try to show it to somebody for context. Like, no, because we can only hear in one ear.
Oh, man. Well, happy Wednesday. Happy Senior Day out at the Eastern New Mexico State Fair today, beginning at 3 p.m. This afternoon. You can get in there. They'll let you in for free and come do your stuff, and then stick around when they open everything up at 5. You're there. You're free. Just go.
Yep.
Be it. But they'll have specific senior events and things for beginning at 3 o'clock today.
Yeah, so they're going to have all kinds of activities in the commercial building. They're going to have different presentations and displays. They're on the backstage area. So come on out. It's going to be a good time.
And of course, all the food.
All the food that your doctor is going to tell you shouldn't have at that age. But of course, it's so good.
I say it every time. It does not count when you eat it at the fair.
That's right. As long as you're on the grounds of the fair, it's calorie neutral.
Yeah.
I will say, and they're not a sponsor, didn't really give me anything free for saying this, but we had chupacabra last night, the taco stand.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
What is chupacabra meat?
Chupacabra is just the name of the restaurant.
Oh, I thought there was a taco, a chupacabra taco.
No.
Well, what exactly is in this?
No,
taco?
we shared a carne asada taco plate.
Oh, my mistake.
Good while it lasted.
Yeah.
But no, it was delightful. Absolutely delightful.
Okay.
So yeah, if you're looking for something on Food Row, Chupacabra Tacos is like right there as you kind of enter Food Row. But all kinds of fantastic stuff. Eli's has got a place out there. The barbecue spot out there.
Nice.
Backdraft
out there?
No, it's not Backdraft. It's
okay. I thought they were going to be out there.
I can't think of the name of the place. Golden something. Backdraft might be out there. I just didn't see him when I was wandering. But of course, your cowboy fries, your funnel cakes, your nachos, all the good stuff. So
absolutely. But yeah, when you said, I was like, ooh, because it is a fair. Fairs always like to debut unusual food offerings.
Yeah.
And a chupacabra taco sounded pretty like one of those
what
things.
kind of meat is that? I don't know what you call it, but I'd have to say it's anything. It's
where is this, and how do I try one?
It's his knee.
Yeah.
No, but it's it was the location of the taco stand. Yeah, but
that's part of my favorite part of going to the fair is finding places that offer exotic meats.
Right.
And try them.
You like street meat?
Just exotic meats in general. I don't care if it's like sometimes I'll have someone serving gator or something. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take some alligator.
Etouffee? My.
Is that snake? Yes, please. I'll try some snake.
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it wasn't one of those. But those places might be out there. They've expanded quite a little bit. The Midway. If you remember last year how they had that little carve out where the staging area was last year, that area now has rides.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it has a stage along with the rides, but the rides, there's rides over there as well. So also some other food stuffs there as well.
Okay.
So,
hey, I'm just thinking I might have invented a game.
Uh-oh.
It's early stages.
Okay.
And this is all visual, so none of y'all will see this.
He's taking his wooden frog. Okay. He's using the prong from his wooden frog to.
I'm thinking this might be a new amalgamation of paper football or something with my my Senior Olympics stress ball baseball and my gift from Nook from Asia Market, my
wooden frog.
My wooden frog that makes frog noise. Well, hold on.
You're going backwards. There you go.
There you go. And but I'm thinking I can
go through
use
that
him as
mouth
like
hole.
a pool cue, and we can call it like some billiards kind of situation going on here. If I pop it, you got to hit it through the. I'm telling you, there's something there.
Yeah, the bones are there. We just gotta get to R&D.
Yes, I'm 7. So treat me accordingly. But now you want to play?
Let me see it. It's
kind of fun.
Well, because over here I got a little more room. I can actually
have a little more room to work.
I could set up like a course here.
Yeah.
So let's see. All right. It's got to hop this and touch the bell. All right. Let's see if I can pull this off. All right. Now again, this is finesse because you gotta line up the shot.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, see, there you go. Right?
Yeah.
The bones are there. I like it.
All right.
I dig it.
We'll work on that later today.
Absolutely. We don't ever have enough.
Yeah, right. Last hour, I promised you the interview with Kathy Lay, and then the folks in the refuge joined us, and I was like, "Oh, sweet. Well, they made it in today, so we're going to talk to them. So we're going to play that this hour. We'll play here at Kathy Lay Talks. Like Sean said earlier, towards the beginning of the interview, there's an event that happened last weekend, but the rest is upcoming events through either Roswell Clean and Beautiful or the City of Roswell or any of that kind of stuff. Yep. So. I wanted to mention this real quick. Yeah, I got time. As folks know, I'm kind of into the Savannah Bananas.
Oh yeah, Savannah Bananas,
minor league baseball team. Well, I saw this morning on their Facebook page the Savannah Bananas 2023 Banana Ball World Tour.
No.
Yes.
They're taking it on the road.
Okay. They're kind of, sort of going to be in our area.
How close?
Depends. So beginning, the first kind of near date that I see will be March the 17th.
Okay.
They're in Sugar Land, Texas. Do you know where Sugar Land is? I do not.
Let's find out.
I don't know what part of Texas.
I feel like that's on the way to Dallas. I feel like I've driven past it.
Yeah,
that could
I'm
be
not sure
could be Sweetwater. Though.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Sugar Land is in Texas, but they're going to be in
Sugar Land, Texas.
And then March the 31st, they'll be in Scottsdale, Arizona. April 1st, April Fool's Day, they're going to be in Peoria.
I feel like that's the show you need to go to.
Peoria, Arizona. Yeah.
Well, it's 10 hours and 23 minutes. It's actually near Austin.
Okay.
Sugar Land, Texas.
However, Sean, this one might be more to your liking.
Okay.
May the 26th, they're going to be in Oklahoma City.
Really?
Yes. They will be in Kansas City, Missouri, May 5th and 6th. And they're going to be in Vegas, Nevada, on May the 19th.
Oh, that's not when we're going to be there.
Oh, they're going to be in Tulsa on the 29th.
Okay. On May the 29th?
May the 29th, yes.
Okay.
So that's about as close.
Oklahoma City, you said May what?
May the
17th?
26th.
26th. All right.
26th for Oklahoma City, 29th for Tulsa.
I might have to plan a trip home.
So that is about as close as they're getting for the Banana Ball World Tour.
That would be an awesome trip to go home, see some family, and take them to a Savannah Bananas game.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, and have them go in sight unseen.
Yeah.
Like have them think that we're going to just a baseball game,
and then bring them to that. But my question is, like, how far will you get them before they realize it's something different? Like going into the ballpark and just seeing the sights, that might give the clue away a little bit.
Sure.
Like, hey, this doesn't look like an atypical ball game.
But I think if I explain it to my family, to the ones that I want to take, as I'm going to take you somewhere, but I need you to trust me, and I need you to not do any research on where we're going.
Okay.
I feel like if I do that with the people that I would take with me, that they would trust me enough to not.
No, they don't listen to the show regularly,
No,
do they?
no, they do not.
Thanks, by the way.
Right?
Just kidding.
Jerks. Well, they check in every now and again.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Sometimes.
Just making some cheese days. But yeah, I saw that this morning. I was like, huh. So I don't know. I might talk with the missus, and maybe I need to plot one of these trips to one of these locations to check out some Banana Ball. I don't know. I kind of would be into it.
I would, yeah. I'm intrigued.
That's a sweet spot right there.
No, I thought it was, but it's not.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It is 9:16. I was going to see so I was like, never mind. It's 9:16. Let's just go ahead and get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Stationary front just off to our north. We have low pressure off to the south and moist air coming in today. And that means some showers and thunderstorms around, especially this afternoon. 70 for the afternoon, drop into the mid-50s, and then cloudy with a few lingering showers possible on Thursday. Low 70s, some more showers Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 62 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 70%. Winds currently out of the north at 8 miles per hour. Rain chances pretty strong today. We are looking at a 70% chance at showers and thunderstorms for today. Mostly cloudy, high of 71. Winds will be out of the north at around 5 miles per hour. They're saying less than 1/10 of an inch expected unless we get a thunderstorm that rolls through the area. Tonight, also looking at a 70% chance. Actually, I'm sorry. They bumped it down to 60% chance. Good. 60% chance of rain, showers, and thunderstorms. Mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 57. Winds will be out of the north at 5 miles per hour. Could see another 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of rain tonight. For your Thursday, we are looking at a 30% chance of rain. So it does drop down quite a bit there. Looks like mostly cloudy tomorrow. Once again, highs right around 71. Winds will be out of the north at around 5 miles per hour. 40% chance of rain for tomorrow night, mainly before midnight, mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 57 and north winds at around 5 miles per hour. Friday, 30% chance for afternoon showers and thunderstorms, partly cloudy, 75 for a high with north winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then Friday night, 30% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, 56. For the weekend, 30% chance of rain Saturday, otherwise mostly cloudy and 74. 50% chance of rain for Sunday, partly cloudy, also a high right around 74 degrees. All right, it is 18 minutes after 9. We're going to take a 3-minute break, and then we'll play the interview with Kathy Lay and Sean from last Friday. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Asian Market brings the flavors of the East to Roswell. The market side has lots of new and different items, including new sauces and noodles to enhance your Asian dishes. And the restaurant inside Asian Market has all of Nook's favorites from 11 to 7 Monday through Saturday, like wontons, egg drop, rice or noodle soup, crispy calamari, and the best barbecue fried rice in town. All made fresh. Dine in or call ahead for easy pickup.
Hi, this is Nok. Come see me at Asian Market, 5702 South Main in Roswell. Call 575-840-5309.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
The Artesia Arts Council welcomes you back to Art in the Park, happening Friday and Saturday, October 14th and 15th at JC Park in Artesia. Come and find unique, one-of-a-kind handmade arts, decor, collectibles, and so much more. All made by artisans and crafters from all over the region. Jewelry, paintings, carved skulls, custom items, and more. Plus, don't miss the Artesia High School Band's annual Cakewalk event and performances from the New Mexico School of the Arts Jazz Band. Come hungry because plenty of food trucks will be on hand too. Art in the Park 22, Friday the 14th from 2 to 8 p.m. and Saturday the 15th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. at JC Park in Artesia. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed, antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
The VA reports 149,756 military veterans living here in New Mexico. What doesn't get reported much are steps to improve their quality of life and honor their service. Did you know that major improvements are coming to our only long-term skilled nursing home for New Mexico veterans? Back in July, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham announced $60 million for upgrades and new home-like residences at the state's Veterans Home in Tier C. And she cut New Mexico's income tax on military retirement for the next 5 years. She's invested millions of dollars towards veteran cemeteries, a new Vietnam memorial wall, and towards the construction of a new Navajo Code Talkers Museum and Veterans Center in New Mexico. And she approved major upgrades to the Baton Memorial Park near Silver City this year too. As the daughter of a military veteran, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham is a champion of New Mexico vets they can count on. Let's keep her.
Paid for by New Mexicans for Michelle.
Approved by Michelle Lujan Grisham.
Playing dance music can help ward off mosquitoes. Now you have a reason to invite Pitbull to your next pool party. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning, 18 minutes after 9 o'clock on this Friday morning without Mike Winters. And joining us in studio from the city of Roswell, Miss Kathy Lay. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Awesome. So I have to call it what I know it by, and that is the Rita Kane Dorhofer School of Visual Aids on the radio. Because
yes.
Miss Rita has always been known for, if she's coming on your show, she's going to bring something visual. Even though when I used to work in a radio station that didn't have
you
cameras.
You can't see it. Right.
She would always bring visual aids.
Wait a minute. When you used to work at a radio station?
When I used to work at another radio station.
But I mean, isn't this a radio station?
At this point...
you still do work at a radio station.
At this point, I'm pretty sure we're a TV station.
Oh, okay, you're both.
I never thought I would come...
I'm sorry, I should cut you some slack. I hear it's been a morning.
Oh, it's been crazy. But I never thought I would come to a point in my career where I had to be camera ready at 7 a.m. That's not what I got into radio for. I got into radio for jeans and T-shirts.
Come and work in jammies, right?
Exactly.
Nobody knows.
So
I just had to make camera ready a whole new different thing.
I see.
My own camera.
I gotcha.
But
yes, I brought visual aids just like Rita.
Yeah, you brought all kinds of cool stuff. So
I did.
So it looks like you guys are going to be getting crafty here in the very near future.
I am. I'll do it. Shall we do it chronologically, or should we start with visual aids?
Let's go ahead and do it chronologically. We'll leave people wondering about all this cool stuff.
Okay, okie dokie. The first thing that I will tell you about is I'm here for Keep Roswell Beautiful.
Yes.
And we did receive our grant funding this year. We got a wonderful grant from the state. It's funding a lot of different projects. Some of the stuff that I can do, I want to kind of get the word out. I was invited to come this weekend to set up a table for Keep Roswell Beautiful at the First Responders Bash.
Oh, great.
It's at the Chaves County Courthouse lawn. No. Chaves County Sheriff's Office. I always want to say Courthouse Lawn.
Okay, so
it's
One
the
St. Mary's
Place.
Place.
One St. Mary's Place. It's out there across from like Big R, Dion's, Salvation Army, kind of in that middle triangle there where the main street splits off.
They always do a big bash there every year. La Casa has a lot of
they have a lot of different things.
They're going to be doing hot dogs, I think.
Yeah, they're going to have snacks. I've got the flyer that's from it. They're doing it for a blood drive. They're going to be doing CPR class. They're going to be doing Stop the Bleed class. They're going to have snacks, games, all kinds of stuff. Yes. I will be there for Keep Roswell Beautiful.
Okay.
And I know the Walk for Hope is coming up. You guys go do the Walk for Hope and then stop on your way back over by the Chaves County Sheriff's Office and check in there. I will have a table set up with all kinds of information about programs and activities that Keep Roswell Beautiful is going to be doing. I'll have a few things to give away. I haven't got since we just recently got our funding, we haven't got to order as many of our incentives and fun stuff yet.
Sure.
So I'll have some to give away, but I'll have all kinds of information and flyers. So if anything you hear me talk about, you want to know more about, and you happen to be stopping out that direction, come by and see me, and I can give you all the lowdown and tell you even more and give you flyers and information about it. But that's where I'll be. It is going to be from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on October 1st, Saturday. That's this coming Saturday at the Chaves County Sheriff's Office. That is 1 St. Mary's Place.
Yes.
That's the first thing that I'm going to be doing. I've got 3 weekends in a row, boom, 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 literally one right after the other that I'll be setting up a table.
You just don't like sleep, do you?
Well,
are you against it?
I'm not actually like trying to do this.
Do you have like a Freddy Krueger situation? You're like a dude in a striped shirt in your dreams?
No. I just get real hyper and excited about doing this stuff. But I'm actually going to take off my Mondays instead of my Saturdays. So I have a Sunday, Monday weekend for the next 3 weeks. It's going to be my weekend.
If you got to take a day off, Monday's the best day to do it.
Isn't that a good day to take off? So then I can actually think, oh, this is a nice Monday. Actually, it's funny because I was driving into work thinking yesterday, no, I'm sorry, it was Wednesday. I love my job because I got to go out and speak to the students at Berendo Middle School.
Oh, really?
And I got to do a presentation with the students, and it was so fun when I got out there. One of the kids was one of my kindergarten students that now is in middle school,
That's
big,
so
tall,
cool.
getting little whiskers. I'm like, oh my gosh, I taught this guy to read, and now he's like a man, and it was so sweet. He's my baby. It was fun.
I used to work when I was in college. I was actually studying to be an elementary school teacher, so my practicum was at the Child Development Center. Some of my 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, I saw their dad. This is like almost a decade after the fact, when they were in their teenagers.
Yes.
It's a mind blow.
It is. It's really, because their face, you see their face and you go, oh, I know that face, but it's on a big body now.
When you go away, your expectation is you're just going to stay that little forever, right?
I know.
They get big. It's crazy.
Yeah, they just outstrip you, taller than me and all this stuff. But I love my job. So Mondays aren't bad for me because I really love what I'm doing and I'm having fun. I've had fun since I was a teacher. I had fun with Main Street. I'm having fun with my job with Keep Roswell Beautiful with the city. So I'm having a good time. Mondays are fun. But anyway, but it is nice to have a Monday off. My next Saturday activity is going to be October the 8th. That is going to be the Science and Art Festival. And I'm going to be joining the Roswell Museum. They are hosting it. They are having a big bash that day. It's going to be at the convention center.
Yes, at the convention center from 10 to 4. I'm curious. Correct. Are they going to be running this in conjunction with Second Saturday at the Museum and Arts Center?
That is what they're doing for this time. If I'm not mistaken, this is kind of going to be filling that place, but they still do the second Saturdays. Last year, during COVID, they kind of backed off on some of these activities, and I don't believe they did the Science and Art Festival last year the same. But we did do a recycle event. We did it in November near Recycles Day, the National Recycle Day. Yes. But they had done it in the past. They did the recycling kind of activities combined with the Science and Art Festival. So since they're opening back up and doing the full-blown one this year, we are moving from November Recycles Day, and we're doing our recycle activity at the Science and Art Festival.
Gotcha.
So we kind of are partnering together. So that was second Saturday last year in November. This year we're doing it in October instead. So our recycle thing for Keep Roswell Beautiful is coming up October the 8th. We are going to be doing, and that's why I have my little fun things, we're going to be doing recycle projects. You bring trash and turn it into a treasure. We're upcycling stuff. So I can show you some of the things that we're going to make and tell you what you need to do it. We will have a table. I will tell you now, it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. At the convention center.
It's absolutely free to get in.
Free to get in. Admission is free. Doing the activities is free. But I encourage you, I don't have a lot of junk. I've got the stuff to make it with. You bring your trash and I will help you turn it into treasure. This is a little tea light holder. I've got the little tea lights. They're these little like candles that are the LED lights. Then you use a milk bottle or milk jug, a gallon milk jug. I've got the patterns for the leaves. We'll have hot glue guns. We'll have glue. You use the lid for the middle, and then you cut the petals out of the milk jug, and then it will hold your little tea light, and it makes a really cute little flower.
That's so
tea
cool.
Light. Isn't that cool? And it keeps plastics out of the landfill and turns them into something fun. So you can make this.
And I'm curious. I brought this up off the air. I wonder, because it's made from that type of plastic. I bet those would float.
It's possible. So and you could even take like bubble wrap or something. You could probably tape some bubble wrap on the bottom and stick them, and they would probably float even then.
Absolutely.
So you could make a little floating flowers if you wanted to, and they're plastic, so the water's not going to hurt them. They're made with hot glue, so it's not going to come unglued from getting wet. But anyway, this is one of the little projects you can make. It's very pretty, very simple. If you have a Tide milk jug, you can also make one of these, and you can put the little tea light inside of it. I don't know if you can see, I'll put it behind it, but it glows orange, and it's like, this is going to be October the 8th. So you can do a little, I don't know if there we go. You can kind of see it glows. Ooh. So you can see you can make that out of a Tide milk pod container and then put the little tea light inside again. We have black markers. We've got double-sided sticky tape. You can bring a magazine to color.
Keep it off for a second while we're doing the lights.
What I recommend is we've got black markers, but this I did by coloring a magazine page black. Like I drew it onto an old magazine page, and then you use the double-sided sticky tape to stick it on. So it's very good, very dark, very clear. It doesn't rub off. And then the light will shine through it like that. Makes a really good one. That's one of the things. We also take water bottles, and I've got shredded paper.
How many thousands of water bottles do we have? Because one of my side hustles is I handle some deliveries. Every person I deliver to, I carry at least a 40-pack of water. 40-pack of water to.
Right.
So everybody's got 1,000 of these.
Tons of water bottles. So I came up with an idea of what to do with some of the water bottles. We have paper shredders at City Hall, obviously, that we shred all the paper. You have lots of paper, probably mail, all kinds of junk mail, things like that. Some of these I did with the paper shredder. I'm going to have a big trash bag full of shredded paper. And so you put it inside the water bottle. Again, you take a magazine page, draw the face, cut it out, double-sided tape, stick it on, and we have the little LED lights that you stick up inside, and it makes a really cute Halloween decoration that glows.
That is awesome.
You can make the little ghost out of this one. You can also make, and this one I literally did by just tearing up shredded paper. You can make a cute little Frankenstein, and then you glue the little face and the little hair on magazine page that you cut it out. I use just torn up green paper. We are going to have colored markers. So you can color the paper green and then tear it up and stick it in there. So that way you can do that, or bring magazines or bring old mail that you can use to do this with, and a water bottle. And the face, again, I just drew it on and cut it out. Another one that you can do is another type of little pumpkin one. And this one is with the face with the water bottle. And I will have tea lights. I will have glue, hot glue, double-sided tape, markers.
We just need to bring our water bottles,
milk jugs, magazines, milk jugs, Tide Pod containers. And then another craft activity that we have to make out of the magazines is I took the magazines and I cut. I've got little scalloped scissors. So you cut the little designs, glue a bunch of magazine pages together, pick a page that's really colorful, cut it out for the front, and then you put we have magnets, we have hot glue, we have glue sticks. So you make your backing, make your cute little frame, and I've got a cutter that'll cut it out so you can make like a frame and put your picture behind it.
Awesome.
Or you can glue your picture on the front, and you can make a really cute little refrigerator magnet. So, and that is a refrigerator magnet or a little framed magnet that you can put in your locker. So you can put a cute picture of yourself on your fridge for your mom, your dad, your family, or you can put your favorite band, group, friend, and put it in your locker and and we've got the magnets. We've got the glue sticks. Bring a magazine, bring some old paper or something that's colorful that you like, and bring a favorite picture, or you can even just make the magnet frame and then glue your picture on afterwards. But we'll have all the stuff to do the actual supply stuff. You bring the trash, and you can turn it into these really cute little craft projects.
Bring on your trash, and we'll make
trash to treasure. So that's what we're going to be doing, is showing people ideas to kind of upcycle their junk. And to give them creative ideas to do
I like it. You did glaze over something. I got to go back real quick.
Yeah.
So you said you're going to be providing the shredded papers.
Correct.
What's the city of Roswell hiding?
Nothing.
It seems like you have an awful lot of shredded documents here that you're providing for craft.
It's kind of like when I get back to the office and I have this and I've got this and I've got my flyers that are left
How
over.
many Mar-a-Lago documents are you shredding up and putting in crafts?
Listen, we're Roswell, right? We're hiding alien bodies, you think? Is that what you think?
I'm sure we're shredding confidential documentation.
We redact it first and then shred it. No, actually, we do receive, like, for example, I do receive volunteer applications that have people's private information, like their name, their phone number, their address. They sometimes bring me their application on paper. I shred that after I enter that into our system, where it's a secure system, because then we don't keep their personal information on file. I actually do utilize a shredder. Now, we're not going to be using things that's all mixed up and torn up. And some of the shredders, like the ones we use for really private information,
the crosscut,
they shred the crosscut. So it's tiny.
So even if you're like Better Call Saul and you're sitting there trying to put... Okay.
I do the crosscut for the things that are really private, like that kind of private information from my volunteers. For the stuff that we have where we've got maybe applications for vendors or other things that we don't need to keep on file. For me, stuff that I use, I'll just run it through the shredder. And then we take this and we turn it into something fun.
I love it. That's such a cool idea. And this is stuff that once you give the folks ideas, this is stuff you could do with your kids on weekends.
You can make these kinds of cute little tea light things and do them for different seasons.
For Christmas.
You can make snowmen, Santas. You can make cute little ones and then sit them out on the table, let the kids put them in the room for a nightlight. It's just a fun thing to do. Because you can put them over other things as far as just sitting around and stuff, because they look cute with or without the little light.
Yeah.
And they're just fun. And then when the kids get tired of them, you've used them for something else for a little while, and you've turned it into something for a little while. It's not that you're going to keep them forever, although I do keep my refrigerator magnets on my refrigerator for a very, very long time. But that's what we're doing on October the 8th. Trash to Treasure at the Science and Art Festival. Some of the stuff that's happening at the Science Art Festival, though, this is really cool. They're bringing Kate the chemist. She is apparently very well known. She does these stage presentations with all these cool science experiments.
I've actually seen her show.
It's impressive.
Amazing.
It's amazing. We have Explora coming. Explora is going to be there.
It's also one of my favorite places in Albuquerque.
Isn't that cool? Science Spectra is going to be there also. The New Mexico Military Institute is going to be presenting fun activities like giant bubbles, lightsaber cards. Roswell Recreation Department is going to have obstacle course. Wheels of Wonders Mobile Museum is going to be there. There's going to be a drone obstacle course by Airplay. They're going to do Chalk the Walk. If you go to the Roswell Museum's Facebook page, they have information about if you want to do an art project on one of the blocks of the sidewalk.
For chalk art, right?
Yep, and you can enter it to win a prize and stuff.
Awesome.
Chalk the Walk information is there. We're going to have the Trash to Treasures. There's going to be an all-day Tinkertown will be open for the little ones. It's funded by Excel Energy and the RMAC Foundation. So Excel Energy is helping to pay for, and the RMAC are paying for some of the stuff. They'll have all kinds of stuff that's going to be set up there. And so that is the information I've got. If you go to my Facebook page, you'll see some of these craft activities. Keep Roswell Beautiful Facebook page. I've got the craft activities. I also have a link under those craft activities to the City of Roswell page that has information about this Science and Art Festival. Also, it's on their header. But I'm going to give this to you, so you can, if you want all the information about that.
I got to tell you, I was listening to you talk, and as a father, I get so excited for stuff like this because it's my chance to kind of be a kid again and have the excuse, oh, no, I'm just doing this for my kids.
Of course.
I'm having a good time. I don't care if they're here or not. But I get away with it.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
the giant bubbles. No, I would never come out just to see giant bubbles. Oh, my kid just wants to see the giant bubbles. I'm not here to see Kate, the chemist, or to make fun crafts.
Sean, where are your kids? Yeah, I don't know. I'm over here making bubbles. I'm having they're fine. The big one's watching the little one. It's fine.
Yes. It's fun.
That's awesome. So that's going to be happening 1 week from tomorrow.
Correct.
The 8th at the Roswell Convention Center.
Correct.
10 to 4 p.m. It's going to be an absolute blast. And,
it will be fun. And bring your trash. Bring water bottles, Tide Pod containers, gallon milk jugs, magazines. If you saw one you specifically liked, try to bring the stuff you'll need for it, because I don't have like the Tide Pods. I only had one. I don't do that much laundry. Right. Okay. You know, it's like I was hustling to use up my laundry pod so I could have my jug to make a sample. But water bottles are easy to come by. Sure. I'll have a few there, but I will have shredded paper and all that other fun stuff. So anyway, that's for this. The next thing I will tell you about is we do a community cleanup every fall, and we partner with the Hispano Chamber of Commerce. Okay. They also get sometimes sponsors for like the breakfast burritos and the apple pies, and Excel Energy is getting light bulbs for me, so they're getting light bulbs that I can give away. I will have the New Mexico Department of Transportation toss no moss car trash containers.
Do you know that I have not bought a light bulb in a calendar year because of the bulbs that are provided through usually Domino's Pizza? Yeah. I haven't bought a light bulb in over a year.
Yeah, and those last a long time anyway.
They really do.
They really, really, really last a long time. Cut your energy bill. Excel is so sweet to do this kind of stuff for me. I called them because once I got my grant funding and I know I'm ready to start moving forward on projects, I gave them, shot them an email and said, last year you gave us 700 boxes of light bulbs that I gave out all year. I did it to the students when I go talk in the classrooms. I do it at my cleanups to the volunteers as incentives. I take it to the Arbor Day tree giveaway that Keep Roswell Beautiful does. And I think I've already gotten like 6 invitations to go and speak in schools, 6 classes so far. And so I go into schools and I'll do presentations about the impact on the environment of plastics and litter and things to do. Yeah, the one I did this week was about volunteering, because I'm the volunteer and outreach coordinator, volunteer opportunities within the city and some of that kind of stuff. And just kind of, those are things I'll do for presentations. And I give those LED light bulbs and talk about energy, and reducing energy and stuff like that. Excel is going to be giving me light bulbs. I'll have those at the cleanup. I'm hoping to have my shopping toast by then, but I'll have some T-shirts to give that say "Keep Roswell Beautiful." Nice. So the volunteers will get goodies that come out to do the cleanup. It's going to be at Poe Corn Park.
Yes, right there next to the splash pad.
Correct. Mm-hmm. It is at where the splash pad is on 2nd Street. Mm-hmm. So if you're downtown by the UFO Museum and you head east on 2nd Street, go over the railroad tracks. Yep. There's like right out there, you'll see the little splash pad park. That's Poe Corn Park. Mm-hmm. It's 700 East 2nd Street. Yep. There's also a big ball field that's there. It butts up against the Hondo River Trail. Mm-hmm. So we're going to go up and down the river trail because stuff blowing into the waterways gets carried away. It's awful. It's close to the Boys and Girls Club in that area. So there's a lot of traffic with young people and stuff. So we want to just kind of spread out and clean up that part of the community there. We're going to work from 8:30 to 10:30. Okay. And then you come back, we'll have roll-offs there. The sanitation department is going to leave us some great big roll-offs that day. They'll drop them off that day, pick them up, so that they'll just be there for a short time, and they're going to weigh them. So we'll know how much trash was collected that day, that morning. So that's always nice to know. Mm-hmm. Bring your trash back, throw it in. When you come back from you finish your cleanup, we'll have trash grabbers, trash bags, disposable gloves. We'll have safety vests that you can borrow. Mm-hmm. And so then that way you'll have all the supplies you need. You just need to show up in comfortable clothes, and we'll have everything you need to go do the cleanup and a place to throw it when you get back. And then the Hispano Chamber is going to have try to get the breakfast burritos and little kind of a breakfast snack before you go out. When you come back, they'll have a meal coupon for the first 50 people or for 50 volunteers, good for a free meal and drink. So then you can go have lunch afterwards. And so breakfast and lunch will be like taken care of, and you'll have some goodies to take away with you. But it'll also make a difference in our community. Mm-hmm. I have the event information on the Keep Roswell Beautiful Facebook page. So if you look under the events, you'll see the fall cleanup. And now you won't see the the First Responders Bash because that's not my event. I'm just going to be there.
Right.
And you won't see the Science and Art Festival, but you'll see these on the post. It's in the post, but not under my events. But the cleanup is under my events, actually, because we're hosting that event.
Sure. So that's going to be happening October 15th.
Yes.
Starting at 8:30.
Correct.
And all kicks off at Pokhorn Park.
Correct.
Again, it's a great chance to to give back to the community, and I love the fact that and it was actually brought up last hour. We were sitting down chat with Miss Amy that there's been a lot more focus put on Chihuahuita, on that area, and on the beautification of it.
Yes.
That's awesome to see that that area is finally getting a spotlight put on it and some attention is being paid.
Yeah, it really excites me. It really does. In fact, I had a meeting this last week with the Hispano Chamber and with Job Corps and with a lady from Neighborhood Watch, who's one of our police, in our RPD, Roswell Police Department, and we were talking about their passion and their desire to do some beautification projects, and in Blackdom, that historic area, and in
Which we
Chihuahuita,
were also just talking about.
yeah, and some of this kind of stuff, because those are historic areas of our community and part of our history, and so I love seeing that kind of interest. And Keep Roswell Beautiful is going to try to help work with getting cleanup supplies and coordinating to get like roll-offs when they want to do a cleanup from the sanitation department and some of that kind of stuff. Sure. And so anyway, we also got grant funding, like I mentioned before. One other thing I'll mention real quickly, one of the projects we did last year, we had 14 youth cleanups that were fundraiser projects.
Oh, okay.
This year I got enough grant money to do 20.
Wow.
So, and our money came in late. So I really wanted to get on the ball and get some youth cleanups done. The way this works is youth groups. And this year we're expanding the age. It was 11 to 17. This year it's going to be 11 to 25. So college groups, like some of the clubs that are at the college at EMUR or some of the trade schools. If you have youth groups that are 11 years old up to 25 years old in your youth group, that for the ones that are 18 to 25, it'd probably be NMUR or one of the schools that's out there by them that does the trade school. But the youth group, it could be a club, team, cheer club. It can be a church youth group. It can be a Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. If it's a young group, a traveling ball team, traveling cheer team, if it's a youth group, you gather 10 of your members, and I keep telling people, if you have 9 members, have someone bring a sibling that's that age group. Make up the 10 youth that are going to go out.
Get a ringer, basically.
Yep. Rope somebody in.
Is it Jose Canseco out there cleaning up trash? Hey, don't you worry about your stuff. I'll worry about what's going on over here, all right?
So, and then you need one adult for their minors, one adult for every 10 youth.
Okay.
And they go out and do a cleanup in a public area. I've got the forms they fill out. It's real simple forms. Just the name of the group, the date they're going to do it, where they're going to do it, the names of the kids that are doing it, parent signs permission if they're minors, and they go out and do the cleanup, and they count how many bags of trash they pick up.
Okay.
And then they fill out their little thing. I sign off on it. And we pay them $400.
Really?
So for 2-hour cleanup with 10 kids, they can earn $400 as a fundraiser.
That is an awesome way for a group to earn money for a trip that they're taking or any kind of plans they have.
If they're working on getting shirts, if they have a trip, like you say, if they want to do a big end of year bash for their group.
Hey, Goddard Band, I know you guys were looking for fundraising money. Are you guys listening?
Yes. If you need to raise funds as a youth group, you can do a 2-hour cleanup and earn $400. That's awesome. And the way it works is we can do one every calendar year.
Okay.
So if you've not already done one with me in 2022, now some of the youth groups did them last spring, so they've already done them in 2022.
Right.
Next spring, 2023, they could do it again.
Okay.
If we still have funds left, they can do them till I spend all my money. If you haven't done it with me before, you can do one in the fall, that's 2022. You can do one in the spring, 2023.
That's fiscal year 2023.
Fiscal year, not our, it's an annual year, like the actual calendar year. Fiscal year goes from July to June, but it's not the fiscal year. IRS counts calendar years.
Right.
So we can do one each calendar year.
Okay.
Okay, so if you do one in 2022, you can do one in 2023.
Nice.
All right. We can do 2 that way. But if you're a youth group leader and you are interested in doing a fundraiser with Keep Roswell Beautiful for your group, contact Kathy Lay. I am at the City Hall. You can call City Hall and ask for Kathy Lay. You can email me. You can go to our Facebook page, Keep Roswell Beautiful, New Mexico, not Georgia.
Yes.
Keep Roswell Beautiful. Go to the Facebook page. You can message me there. I have information with flyers about the fundraiser. I would love to hook your group up with a fundraiser.
I got to tell you, you mentioned a few times about the grant that you'd received.
Yes.
There could not be a better use for this money than putting it in Miss Kathy Lay's hands, because you are one of the most motivated and driven people I've ever met. You hit the ground.
Fun.
You hit the ground like with Sonic the Hedgehog legs that are just spinning. It's amazing how much you get a little and you give so much. So I mean, it's just awesome to see that this group and this program is in such capable
We're
hands.
so grateful to the New Mexico Department of Tourism Clean and Beautiful Grant.
Absolutely.
That's where we're getting. And the city does do a match with this as well. They do partial match. So some of the things that we're doing are from that match that we get. The volunteers count, the Excel Energy giving us light bulbs, the Hispano Chamber, the Roswell Daily Record does those little ads that say Keep Roswell Beautiful, those little filler ads and stuff, and they do stories about it. You guys do stuff. Did you know that my time here counts towards the community buy-in to our project?
Oh, really?
And the fact that you guys are sharing this and publicizing this and letting us, I know it's a public service announcement. I'm not selling anything. I'm giving things out, but it still is really important what you guys do for us. So I'm really grateful.
I gotta ask. I got a personal request. I don't know if this is still a thing, but it was one time, and I won one, and this is why it's so significant.
Okay.
Y'all got to bring back the Keep Roswell Beautiful Awards.
Oh.
Do you remember this?
No, I do not.
So years ago, they used to do the Keep Roswell Beautiful Awards, and what it was on a little wood plaque, with like a gold nameplate, was a little like mini trash can.
Okay.
It was just like a little trophy with like a little mini trash can, but it was the Keep Roswell Beautiful Award. And I think the station I was working at the time, we won one year. There's a lot of ones in that sentence. But it was such a cool thing. And I don't know if like CRM could design something like that or if there was a group, but that would be awesome. It's basically groups, people in the community who have, given back to keeping Roswell cleaner, greener, more beautiful.
I see.
Homeowners associations, things like that. And it's just Keep Roswell Beautiful would use those to honor, different people in the community.
To thank them for their support and their help in doing these projects and things. How interesting!
Bring that back. I would.
That's
love
interesting.
To see those.
Well, somebody else gave me an interesting idea. I don't know how people would respond to it and be interested in it. But they also did something similar where they had like a little sign that they had made that said "Yard of the Month."
Yes.
Or our beautification project of the month, and they would put the little sign in the yard, and then they would take a picture of it, and it'd be featured on the page. And they have some.
Have you talked to Miss Linda in Artesia?
No.
So Miss Linda's the one who runs the Keep Artesia Beautiful.
Okay.
And they do that. They do the Yard of the Month.
How interesting!
It really is an effort in neighborly shame.
Oh my gosh!
I always love going to those because they show off the Yard of the Month, and they're really beautiful, pristine, well kept yards.
Oh my gosh! I was looking at some of the ones from some of the somebody that had shown me like that, and it was from some other group that they had seen it, and they sent me a picture of their Facebook page. I don't remember who it was. It might have been Artesia, but that was the kind of the thing I was thinking. I started driving around. I started seeing all these amazing yards. And I'm going, I don't know if I could choose a yard. They'd have to submit the yards. But then I'm like, I'm not voting on that.
It's just, I know I have a guilty conscience. So those pictures, look at that. I'm like, I suck. I'm never going to be Yard of the Month material.
No, I live out in the middle of nowhere. I'm at the end of a dirt road, right? My yard butts up against our mule pasture. The mule comes to our front yard. It's like, my yard is not pristine and beautiful.
Nobody can keep a nice yard when you got some ass coming in and messing your grass up all the time.
Leaving stuff all around. I'm not going to say what, but right? Yeah.
That's right. Well, Miss Kathy, you do so much for the community. Thank you so much for all you do.
Thank you.
And keep moving. You got our support 100%.
Thank you.
We'll definitely be out there at these. I cannot wait until next Saturday. That's a fun event.
The First Responders Match this Saturday.
Yes. The Science and
Art Festival next Saturday.
And then the Community
Cleanup the next Saturday.
Absolutely.
Boom, 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 boom.
So a run of some very clean events.
Yes.
Again, if folks want more information, you can find Keep Roswell Beautiful on Facebook.
Yes.
All the info that you need to know. Miss Kathy, thank you so much for your time. We'll see you back here next time. All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. 12 minutes away from 10 o'clock. Let's get you up to date.
to become a leader in the region for such services. Lifehouse is currently at 1900 West Ridge and provides up to 30 days of intensive residential treatment options. Lifehouse will soon be opening a sober living home in Artesia alongside another service called The Bridge at 808 West Grand Street. An open house is planned for Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. The annual fundraiser event for Lifehouse is planned for the evening of Saturday, November 5th at the Balzano Family Vineyard and Pumpkin Patch. The Carlsbad City Council now approving the acceptance of $3 million from the State Transportation Department to design, survey, and map the land where a proposed bridge would cross Dark Canyon at Radio Boulevard and Boyd Drive. The bridge is expected to cost about $20 million to build. The state has agreed to do the design work for about $150,000. You're up to date. I'm Jared Sorello reporting.
The truth and nothing but. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
They didn't talk about inflation. They didn't talk about record gas prices. They didn't talk about law and order, which is out of control, especially in places like Philadelphia. I mean, they're having record crime. We had, a man shot 20 times in Philly in broad daylight. I think they had, they passed 1,000 carjackings for the year recently. Things are that out of control. Record crime everywhere. They didn't talk about any of that stuff. And I don't think Democrats want to. And Jen Psaki's right. If this election is about Biden and the climate alarmist cultists in the Democratic Socialist Party, they will lose.
Keeping you on the straight path. Later today, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
War, inflation, and $30 trillion in debt. It's looking like 2008 all over again. Millions of Americans watch their retirement savings disappear, while those who invested in physical gold and silver were protected. And if you have $50,000 or more in your IRA, 401k, or savings, you could be at risk again. Right now, thousands of Americans are using an IRS loophole to add physical gold and silver to their retirement savings. So call 855-815-GOLD to get a free gold kit and learn how you could get $10,000 or more in free silver to protect your retirement savings. Goldco has an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and they have placed over $1 billion in precious metals. We could be looking at a recession worse than 2008, so don't wait. Call Goldco today. Call 855-815-GOLD. That's 855-815-GOLD.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Stationary front just off to our north. We have low pressure off to the south and moist air coming in today. And that means some showers and thunderstorms around, especially this afternoon. 70 for the afternoon high. Showers and thunderstorms will continue for the overnight hours and will drop into the mid-50s. And then cloudy with a few lingering showers possible on Thursday. Low 70s, some more showers Friday. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. Lots of games yesterday. Let's get to the scoreboard. Goddard defeats Carlsbad in volleyball action 3-0. The Rockets are now 9-4 after a tough road trip, losing by 3-1 counts to both Cleveland and Rio Rancho over this past weekend. Goddard will be at Roswell High for a volleyball match Thursday night at 6:30. That's tomorrow, folks. Also, in girls soccer yesterday, it was Roswell losing to Clovis 2-1. The Coyotes next play at next Tuesday at Hobbs. Boys soccer, it was Roswell defeating Clovis by a score of 1-0 in overtime. Only the second victory of the season for the Coyotes. They will be at home against Hobbs next Tuesday. And in boys soccer, Goddard loses a tough one to Lovington 2-1. The Rockets play at Artesia Saturday at 2. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. Following a two-day rally, Wall Street opened sharply lower this morning, all of the benchmarks starting off in the red. One of the world's largest microchip manufacturers will open a semiconductor plant near Syracuse, New York.
Micron promising an investment of up to $100 billion and a plant that could bring 50,000 jobs to the state.
The announcement comes after Congress passed the $280 billion CHIPS and Science Act, which sets aside $52 billion to bolster the semiconductor industry. Companies like Micron manufacture the diminutive chips that power everything from smartphones to computers to automobiles. John Scott reporting.
Energy prices continue to climb. At the same time, OPEC is set to cut oil production. It's a move that will most certainly propel already surging gas prices even higher. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
I'm Michelle Garcia Holmes, and I'm running for United States Congress. As a former policewoman, I put on my Kevlar vest, uniform, gun belt, grabbed my 12-gauge shotgun, jumped into my police car, and hit the city streets to keep you safe. I want to do the same for you in Washington. I'm asking for your vote on November 8th because our families deserve safe cities, a secure border, and lower gas prices.
Donate today at GarciaHolmesForCongress.com. Paid for by Michelle Garcia Holmes for Congress.
Amigo Machinery, your local Kubota dealer for Southeast New Mexico, congratulates the Eastern New Mexico State Fair on 100 years. Come out to all the shows, enjoy the entertainment, the music, the food, and the rides as the Eastern New Mexico State Fair celebrates 100 years, October 3rd through the 8th. And Amigo Machinery invites you to tune in to KSVPTV.com for all the junior livestock events. Come celebrate 100 years of the Eastern New Mexico State Fair. Amigo Machinery, your local Kubota dealer, a proud sponsor of the Eastern New Mexico State Fair.
This is Dallas Cowboys football 2022.
High formation. Ferguson, the fullback.
Only heard here.
In front of Elliott. 3rd and goal from the 1.
All season.
Handoff. Elliott coming right, pushing. Goal line. Bangs in. Touchdown, Elliott.
Sunday afternoon, it's your Cowboys and the L.A. Rams. Live from SoFi Stadium on this Dallas Cowboys radio network station.
Sunday at 1:30 p.m. on your Dallas Cowboy station, 92.9 The Brand.
Hugh Hewitt is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM KEND Roswell.